Hi, everybody. Welcome to TVON. My name is Lauren Blair. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy Friday to you. Glad you're with us tonight. Such a special show for you. And the kickoff to a very big weekend here. We've got so much to share with you tonight, tomorrow morning, Sunday morning. Wait to see what all we're going to reveal on this weekend, and it is going to be good. So I hope you'll stay with us for the duration. We've got an amazing show. You know, it's our more intimate setting on a Friday night where we're really excited to have those of you with us that might be hanging out with us online or maybe on television or maybe however you watch. Maybe you're just here in the studio and you're ready for a little, right? Yeah, we got a couple people in the studio ready to go. So we are so excited you're here because this is not a show without you all. And a big thank you, number one, to all of you for being here because as we kick off this incredible weekend ahead, we've got so much to show you tonight. We have fantastic wheels. We got some big pieces, but they're discounted because it is no fun. I said it before. I was over show and tell in kindergarten, right? I'm all about the show it and get it to a price so rock bottom you cannot deny that you got to have it. We've got amazing pieces. My largest tanzanite in a ring is here. Largest, 21 karat 66. I don't know about you, but that's a museum type stone that you could just portably carry around with you wherever you go, right? I mean, that's pretty cool. 21 karat. Blue wing black D. It has yellow diamonds on the side. Then we have a large black diamond. I got a 6 karat black diamond. That we don't see every day. Then we have diamond bands and great wheels and huge discounts, but most everything I got, as usual, is a one of a kind. We're not like those other places that are selling hundreds and hundreds or thousands at a time where you're going, I don't really know what my piece looks like. And is that a way where, you know, it could get a little iffy when you're, I don't even know. And then I'm surprised because it's not exactly what it looked like on television. That is where we really excel. When you got one only to show and to sell, that's the one you're going to get. So it's really a nice way to get familiar with your piece and know everything about it before you actually put it on your hand. And that is the beauty of shopping this way. I actually think it's the best way to shop for jewelry. So we've got an incredible night for you. And of course, if you do have requests, please get those in. We'd love to hear what you're looking for. We'd love to find out what it is you'd like to see or something you've missed out on, or maybe. Now, if you're waiting for Miralani Mints, we've got those tomorrow. I've seen them all. They're all completed. They're ready to go. They're just getting input in our system. So they are going to be ready tomorrow morning, which is only 15 hours from right now. So that's when you're going to see the Miralani Mints, their finale, their big grand finale. I can't believe it. It's been less than a week since we introduced them. It's been all of 5 days. And tomorrow's going to bring us the finale of what we have for you. So that's very exciting. If you're looking for those, join us tomorrow for that. And then we have great wheels. And I've got a gent's ring and a ruby here as well as we say bye-bye to July because we do have, of course, our final couple of days here of the month. So we're going to really celebrate rubies in a big way. Got a ruby pendant, got a great ruby ring, got something for the guys. So it's going to be a night. And I hope you can stay with us and I hope you'll interact with us too, because with that more limited audience that we have on Fridays, that we're privileged to have on Fridays, we'd love to hear what it is you're looking for if you have any feedback for us on the pieces that you do see. So let's get started. We got my last of the gold quartz. This is where you get quartz, but it actually has that golden, it's not just a golden color, that's actually gold. So you've got gold throughout, running throughout there, and it's 7630, and I might just give you a look at that 21 karat 66 here shortly so you can start to imagine it on your hand. But here's our 230 quartz, and I'm going to do my own discounting tonight because I know it's hard when we, you know, just a couple days ago came off a big sale. I know it's hard to get, you know, readjusted everything, and so I'm going to keep on making some discounts happen for you. So it doesn't really matter what the bags say. We're just going to make sure that we can get pieces out the door like we like to do. So welcome into Friday. Let us know what requests you have. Big weekend ahead. Can't wait. And just really excited about this because this is 230 in the quartz. And it also has natural, those are actually not flecks or anything, that's gold that's running through it that you see there that's got that great, you know, metallic finish to it. So it really does look like a picture or a painting. It really is outstanding. And of course that's like, you know, 24K because you can see here it's gold in its pure form, and you can see how it even contrasts with the 14K that the ring is made of, because of course we know 14K is an alloy. So you're actually getting that pure gold running right through the stone, but it's quartz at the core. And you have a round stone here, which is our first round, and a 21 point diamond weight that swirls around it to actually give you an interesting pattern and an interesting design to the ring itself, which you'll see right now. I always think with that quartz, which has kind of a white backdrop body color to it, it's harder to see against the white background. So let's take a look at it on the hand and you'll see what we're talking about. So you can get a sense of the size, and then that design really is more or less upright, kind of sits at an angle on the wheel, but when you see it upright like this, you realize that the diamonds kind of flare out and they go to these points. So it's very exotic, and it doesn't just give you the basic halo, even though, yes, your piece is framed in diamonds. We love having this. We only have just this one. So I know when I had it the other day, and I realized, I thought, gosh, that seems like a lot for that. I mean, I knew it's new and exciting. We've only had a couple, but when it was $19.99, I really was a little taken aback. So I'm going to go ahead and make you a new price here right now. We'll send it out if you want our last one of that gold quartz with that actual gold and then that pattern that's going to be unique and individual to you and your ring only. And we're going to send it out right now because it's only $999 to get us started. And do we ever have the lineup here is just really special. Some very big wheels. The wheels are going to be where we concentrate a lot of our bigger discounts tonight. We've got beautiful pendants that are new. I've got some turquoise earrings. That might be my favorite value of the night, is a turquoise drop earring that we're going to bring you. Yeah, you've seen them before, but you've never seen this price tag. So even on pieces that aren't like brand spanking new, you're going to see some really nice reductions in price tags to make sure that they are headed on out to your house. Okay, so coming up, let's give it about 30 seconds here, and I have one pair left of those baguette earrings. They're the baguettes and rounds together that we love. So those are here, and then you got to see it. I mean, I've been talking about it, and I can't stop looking at it myself. So I want to give you a little peek at it. It's 21 karat 66 tanzanite. Of course, it's the blue wing black D variety. As soon as that 20 seconds expires, I want to try it on for you because wow, is it special. And yet, if you're going, I could never wear a 2166. Well, interestingly enough, the cushion cut here is going to give you a size that it is a square cushion cut almost, just a slightly more elongated north to south. It has the bigger yellow diamonds on the sides, and so you get this really, really special look, and it manages to really make a piece that is so large. I mean, we're talking about the largest one we've had in a ring, and it makes it very wearable because it's sitting very evenly and balanced on the hand. And we didn't give it, you know, if you gave it 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 halos around it, it might take it out of that realm of wearability, but we just decided to go with that perfect 3-stone style so that you've got a tanzanite in the middle and a big yellow diamond on either side, and you would be amazed. Or maybe you wouldn't be amazed. It's tough to impress you guys because, right, we have great values every day. But I'm kind of amazed at what we're doing on our largest tanzanite in a ring. The price is really doable for a collectible like that. So did you want the gold quartz? Who got the gold quartz? We've got a couple people talking about that one. And yes, the 21 karat, it still has, you know, those are some major yellow diamonds. I mean, to be the proportion correct, to go with the blue wing, it's got to be some bigger stones. You know, those are our largest yellow diamonds we've ever seen in a ring individually that aren't a center stone, because the yellow diamonds themselves are close to 60 points each. So very impressive. All right, so next up, got a really special look. This is maybe one of my favorite values in rings. This one is new. It's item number 7692, and it's our big time color change garnet. This is the one, we just showcased it recently, but it was in a gents ring. So I know my gals were disappointed, like, wait a minute, we want that rare exotic as well. And usually it's the guy saying, why did little ladies get all the breaks? So we are bringing you a ladies ring. 7692 is the number, and this is the Tavita. I know we've been seeing garnets. I introduced you our first looks at the Miralani Mints on Monday, but we're really excited to have this big time 125 color changing material out of Kenya. So we're talking about the Tavita mine. When they discovered it, they thought it was Alexandrite because it really was that 100% color changing gem, and they figured, well, this is exciting, right? There's only a few sources in the world ever for Alexandrite, so how exciting to have a new one. Well, it turns out, joke's on the gemologist, because it was even more rare with a color changing garnet. This was the first we'd ever seen in this phenomenal variety of garnet, was in Kenya. So now I guess we could kind of talk about the Miralani Mints, because even though they start with that beautiful minty neon color, they change color as well under a concentration of UV light. So now we kind of have like one we can add to the garnet mix, but this is different, and this is not going to be the chromium rich. This has that kind of beautiful, really kind of like a bronzy tone to the pinky reds. Now it's already headed towards those really beautiful reds. Also, diamond weight here is 61 points. This is a great designer style. It's got that wishbone effect in the middle where you've got the yellow gold, then the white gold around that, and that's going to be a two-tone example. If you wanted to have it in all one gold color, you certainly can. I think this adds a lot of nice kind of detail and beauty to it, makes it look very, very rich. And we know that to have yellow and white together is also going to be complementary and go with everything. So, did that piece actually have diamonds? It sure looked like it, didn't it? Yeah, I don't know how they missed that. But, oh yeah, it would have been more. And you know what's fun about that? I noticed you didn't change the price, so that's good. Because there was a piece, guys, and I'm going to flash it here for my ruby lovers, and maybe it's a July birthday that you just had, or maybe, what do we have, 2 days left of July, right? So if you still have a birthday upcoming, this pendant, I gotta tell you, it's new. And when it came out tonight, I looked at it and go, 60 points of ruby, and that was it. And the whole thing's covered in diamond pave. But the price has not changed one bit. And that means that your carat 10 and diamonds that are actually there aren't factored in. So I would stick around for that one. That's a really cool piece. And a little bit of that floral that we love. Anyway, back to our garnet. $76.92 is really exciting. This is my 125 color changing garnet. It's got 61 points in diamonds, as we mentioned. So still got to give you a great price on this one. It's a one only. We'll show you how it's finished on the inside. I think my gold quartz is still here, the quartz with the gold throughout. And then there you have the inside finishing. Not even really necessity to have an under gallery there, but we added it anyways. And you've got a really good stone that is gonna be so affordable. Our $28.99 ring, as it is new tonight, should be just that price. And we say 30 seconds and get it out the door, but instead, let me mark it down first, then we'll give it 30 seconds and we'll see who's got it. Because when it comes to these types of rarities, and still, do you realize that over the course of, I mean, it's true. When I think about how we've dabbled in this stone for the last several years, where we'll have one come around every 6 to 8 to 9 months, right? We'll have one Tevita garnet. What's interesting is we had a great collection that I introduced to you and debuted here on Monday of Miralani Mints, and there were 22 stones in total. 22 stones that we'll ever see. Very, very, very unlikely we get any more. And 22 stones in total on that really rare. Most people would say, now that's a rare garnet. When you look at the scheme of the last several years, when we brought you Tevitas here and there, as seldom as they've been, there have not even been 22 stones in Tevitas. Think about the span of what we've been bringing in jewelry over years. I can speak for the last 6 years that we have not had 22 Tevitas overall. So think about the rarity. I know we're all really excited about the Miralani Mint, given that that was that Monday debut. But here's what we're doing that is even more rare, and still from a numbers perspective and from a percentage perspective is still more rare than even the Miralani Mints. And yet I'm not asking $2,899. It's for one caller that, you know, let's just go ahead and try it on right now so you can start to picture it. Not an oversized ring, great with a Wonder Ring stack next to it because you've got that beautiful, you know, little bit of that, you know, wider throughout the middle, but then tapers nicely and just really logically down the side so that it would be a perfect match for the fabulous Wonder Ring or any other stack ring you'd like to do. But the fact is it's not even $1,899. There goes $1,000 right off the price tag just as it is. We're not even going to ask 18, 17, 16 or 15. I do believe that is one of the greater values in all of the rare garnet world, and there are so many rare garnets. I mean, I laugh whenever anyone says, usually it's a January birthday, and they'll say, well, my birthstone's garnet, but I don't like it. It's just that, you know, that reddish brown garnet. And I'm going, yeah, well, there's a whole world. And most of that outside world of garnets are actually extremely, extremely rare. And you just got to know where to get them and where to find them. And luckily, we're bringing you one right now. And 15's not, you know what, when $15.99 doesn't do it, let's just take a lot of liberties here right off the front and just make it even better than 15 or 14 or 13 and send it out for less than the gold would melt for by itself, without the diamond weight, without the stone in the center, which is where the real rarity and power lies. We're going to make it $1,299 to the very first caller on that one. That's it, $1,299. Good luck. It is just a beautiful piece. And when you get that two-tone, again, freedom to change it if you're going, oh, it'd be perfect if there is an if that basically is fill in the blank with one color gold, you want all rose, all white, all yellow, let us do that for you. Let us pay the thousands of dollars. You don't, we do. Someone's got to pay for it, right? But we need to make it perfect for you. So that value stretches even farther if you need customizations, and you might need another size other than a 7.5 where it's at. And if that's the case, then we'll size it for you up or down. That's free too. So the beauty of shopping here, nobody else does it. And we welcome in, it's amazing how when you can be around for so long, and we still every day welcome in new shoppers that usually just find us haphazardly or kind of randomly, and they, why was I spending all that money elsewhere when I could have been shopping here with all those extras built in, and then the great values at the core. So that's our first and only opportunity there, $12.99. Let me know who's got it. Then a beautiful, beautiful opal. We've had so many great opals, but the Australians and the crystal opals are still different. They're in two different camps, that's for sure. And we have this gorgeous crystal opal in a pendant. Look at that one. That's cool. Oh, it's one of our big ones here. That great mosaic effect to that opal. So we're going to see that next. 7699 is on the way. Let me know who's got the color change garnet. That should go. And when we bring out that 2166 for real and you see it all fully presented, get ready for a value, because that is one of our major values in all the blue wing category we've ever done. Now take a look at this. This is what is really, yeah, if you get an opal that's a crystal opal and it looks like that, because this is giving you more color than crystal opals usually give. And the beef with crystal opals is that a lot of times they are colorless. They don't have anything going on. 7699 is the number. It's a 592, so it's got plenty of size to it. But then you know that these look double what they weigh. But it's an Ethiopian stone. It's got almost a peachy golden base color. That is why we opted for the rose gold. You don't have to, but we did. So if you want yellow or rose, A-OK by us. It has 13 points in diamonds. They'll be really top and bottom here. And you have to see this on, because when you get a sense of the size, you can look all day at a carat weight on an opal and say, okay, I got it, I get it. But then you realize, nope. You have to really see it from a distance to get the full perspective, because it looks so much more than what it weighs. And you have our 592, 13 points in diamonds as well, one only, and look at the size, almost just an inch in the actual stone itself. And then you've got that bail, which is going to take it about 1.25 inches here, top to bottom in total. But this is where a lot of crystal opals actually leave something to be desired, because they're all phenomenal, right? No matter if it's got a lot of color, little color, they're considered play of color. So that's the phenomena built in with your opals, whether they be Australian crystal opal or crystal opals or black opals out of Australia or crystal opals out of multiple sources. But what you don't usually see, and I'll put it on my neckline here so you get another sense of the size, because it's really important to see what that looks like all on its own. You can really see how stunning that is. And as we go up close, take a look at what we're doing here, because when you get all that color, and I want to show you the sides, the detail all the way around, look at that perspective all the way around the stone, how it's built up so that a bigger piece doesn't fall to one side or another where it's always lopsided, or you're always fussing with it. This is just where you've got built-in beautiful kind of quality behind it. But look at that opal from every angle. And it has this really unique, the other day we saw a brownish red base color. This is really that pinky peachy base with all the colors showing through. So you don't have to, forgo a really kind of, most of the time they're a little milky or they're a little hazy or they're just white with no real color to them. And you're not seeing the rainbow effect that we really look for in opals. You're getting it here, and it's not even going to be this $28.99. We got to get rid of that. Let's just start off the show with some very, very big values on a Friday. So glad you're with us. Again, if there's anything I can share with you or anything you're thinking about, please do not hesitate to call us. We'd love to do that, especially Friday with our lightest audience of the week. On Fridays, we'd love to really get into those, requests and take our time with anything you might be looking for. So here we go with a $9.99 special to get the huge crystal opal out the door with that unique color. And it'd be really, I think, beautiful just as is in that rose gold. You've got the option to change it, but look at how it matches with the backdrop. And when you have an opal that has more body color to it, instead of the, let's say, transparent or translucent or the milky white stones, you actually see more of that bounce of color. You see more of the reds, blues, greens, yellows, the whole rainbow in that stone broken up into these confetti-like colors. So for $9.99, take it. Can we help you? Okay. What's the special occasion? We got is it because all the boys are in Hawaii? Did you hear about that? They didn't invite us. Did you hear about that? There was a big TVON trip to Hawaii. Well, it wasn't technically. Okay, maybe not the whole, obviously. Obviously, we're here. But yeah, there's a big trip in Hawaii. Everyone's out doing they're probably, right now hula dancing, right now without us. Not hula? Is that not, that's not what it's called. What's it called? It's been a while since I think I was in Hawaii last. It's not called hula dancing. That's the hula hoop. What is it called when you do the hula? Tony, you're my Hawaii guy, but I can't hear him. I can't hear him. Has anyone been to Hawaii recently? I haven't been since I was a little kid. Nobody's been? Yeah, we're here working all the time. This is our paradise, is jewelry and gemstones and helping out our TVON family own them all. So $9.99. All right, coming up, let's move on. Men's Ruby is here, but first I got the Fawn Diamond. This is the Fawn Diamond that just embodies what Fawn Diamonds are all about. And that is because, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. It's got purple to it. I have seen very few, and I was the one who got the privilege of naming this collection to really describe that color that is so specific to these stones, because they're not just a brown diamond, they're not just a champagne diamond, they're really a pinky mix. That's usually what we see, is a pinky champagne combination. Think like your rosé, right? And there have been a few stones, I think 3 that I can really, really remember, that have had more of a purple champagne look to them. This is one of them right here where you're getting lavenders. We all know that when a really pink diamond gets more saturated, it tends to look purple or lavender. That's what you're seeing here with the fawn. So it's going to be a champagne kind of lavender color to it. Very unique. Item number is 7325, and we've got a 42-point stone here. It's so interesting because this mounting usually holds closer to a carat. So another stone where, yes, diamonds can operate that way as well, much like we were discussing with opals, where you can get a bigger look than what it actually weighs depending on the depth of the stone. If it's a little deeper, you might get a little more weight than it looks. If it's a little more shallow of a cut, you might actually get a bigger look. That's what would be happening here, because we know this mounting usually houses a 75 point to 1 carat stone. So when you have a stone like this that's 42 points, but it's in this mounting, you know it's a bigger look. Item number is we got 7325. We're good there, as is in the 2 tones. So we've got the yellow gold setting for the stone. We've got the white gold the rest of the way. 82 points in diamonds in that bridge. And it's just fantastic. It really is. The double row running underneath, that beautiful look all the way around, kind of gives it that squared off finish, but still pronounces that halo very well, because the halo is what covers and really wraps around that stone to give you a great look there. And it's just a one quick opportunity for a caller who wants a fawn with a lot of that. Do you see it? I mean, everyone's watching on a different television camera monitor. Maybe it's your phone, or maybe it's your computer, whatever it is. Everyone's got a different look at it. But what you see in person is just unbelievable types of blues and purples and periwinkles to mix with that fawn. So you still have that pinky element as well. It's still in the fawn category, which isn't all out collectible, but you have more of that, really, again, kind of an intense lavender than you would see in most fawns. And we're going to blow it out for an 82-point diamond weight in the bridge. That's usually $39.99. To get that stone centered up is fabulous. Well, that should add to that value to make it more like $48.99. We're going to go the other way just to make sure it can get a home one only as is. I know we have a lot of fans of the fawns. We should start the we talk about fangirls, right? We should talk about who's fangirling over the fawns. That was part of the reason I loved the name when I got to name the collection when it came in from the Argyle mine, was that we were trying to describe that softness of the beauty of having the pastel with the neutrals of that pinky champagne brown. And we were trying to really capture also the femininity of it, the rarity of it, but also the fact that we knew it'd be really popular because of its unique factor. So the idea that we kind of fawn all over our beautiful fancy diamonds anyways, and this is one that we are in the rock bottom of what we have. So it's time to get in on those last minute fawns. Yes. So that was, again, as I discussed, it was like a light. So they typically go, Sharon, from a light brown. We're talking about the garnet that we just had, the Tevita. Let me go over it again here so we can give a little education, because why not? We're just hanging out on a Friday, and hopefully you're here to look at great gems. And so let me show you what we've got here. So what I was saying, Sharon, is that this is really tricky and understandably confusing, because right now it's such a powerful color change. It's already going towards the color change you would see if it was maxed out with all incandescent light. So what you see normally when you see a Tevita is normally like a bronzy caramel color. Then it goes to red. I'm just flashing 7692 because it sounds like she's just curious what a Tevita is all about. And so we'll bring the graphics back up. Might as well just kind of, go back, rewind, and get into it here. 125 color change. So like I was saying, they go from a caramel brown bronze to a pinky red. Now, right now, you can see it's somewhere in between. It's got a little bit of both of those different coloring elements, right? Because it's a very powerful stone. A lot of times we'll see the Tevitas, they just simply look brown, almost like our Fawn Diamond, a little bit. And then they would have to be exposed to all that incandescent light to actually go red. This is already looking, what do we think at home? Like a kind of a plummy color. I think that's the best way to describe it. So right now it's kind of in that limbo between the brown and the bronze and the pinks and the reds and the purples. So it's definitely in the middle there. So does that help, Sharon? It's definitely going to be that higher end color change that's allowing it to want to just kind of go all the way to full color. Like I'm seeing bright purples and blues right through the side too. If you look right at about 9 o'clock, do you see that where it looks more like a dense purple pink concentration? That it would go even more so if the studio was somehow all UV light or all incandescent light and we got rid of all the fluorescent lighting. Then you would see like this powerful pinky red. It would be even more so in that level. So just a reminder, $12.99, but why not illustrate that with actually a visual for you? But that's where this stone really sets itself apart. That's why you know it's like a really, really, really top quality color change. Some don't color change 100%. Others just will partially color change. So it's nice to have that maxed out color change, and you can definitely see that there because it's already trying so hard with all its might to display that here in improper lighting. So Sharon, I hope that helps out. That's the Tavita. Again, there's a different type of color change with the Miralani Mints that I introduced you to on Monday here, where we had that bright, bright, stark neon green that goes to red. That's a different garnet entirely. This one comes from Kenya. The other one, the Miralani, comes from Tanzania. So they start at different colors. They change to a similar color at the end result, but they are from different sources and they're really different in their elements as well. So hopefully that helps out a little bit. We'll go back to our Fawn Diamond here, complete the great price we have if you're thinking about our Fawn Diamond, which is $7,325. So Sharon, let me know if you have any more questions about that, or hopefully that helped out. And if you, I know they're rare. I mean, we've seen just a couple of handfuls in my 6 years I can speak on here at all. So when you're talking total stones, there aren't many. So it's normal and acceptable to have some questions on that. Yeah, you did. The opal? And did they like the rose gold? I'm just curious. Oh, what color did they get? They got yellow. Perfect. All right. Thank you so much. Who got it, Allison? Lola got it? Thank you so much, Lola. And she's in Tennessee, right? I feel like I'm just going on memory, so yep, I got it. Okay, so thank you, Lola. Enjoy it. Okay, here we go. One only as is. Remember, just when we say as is, yellow gold prongs. The rest of the bridge there is in the white gold. We'll blow it out right now. It's supposed to be, yep, $48.99. I'm doing better than that. Got to get these prices down if we're going to move some jewelry, and I'll make this $17.77 right now for our 42-point fawn that looks so much larger. And let's try it on for you as well. This is going to be a bridge that is finished all the way through the inside, so no worries there at all. And there, you can really look at the sides. You really start to see that if you haven't already, you really get a dose of that pinky lavender color that's happening when you look through the profile of the stone and see it through the sides. You get a sense of the clarity because they are VS stones as well. We have stones that aren't, we just didn't choose to put them in jewelry. So when you see it in jewelry, it's going to be a VS material for you as well on those Fawn Diamonds. $17.77 on this one. Let me know if you'd like it. Thank you so much. And don't forget, $21.66. We'll make that really affordable. You saw what I did last night with a 2.5 carat diamond, right? Yeah. So it's just going to be a whole parade of big discounts on brand new, which is really exciting. But $17.77 on that one for you, just a one only. I'll be saying that a lot tonight. I think the only exception are my turquoise earrings. That's the only thing that I got, and a diamond band. There's a new diamond band here. When I say new, we just haven't seen it in a while. It's not the single row. It's this one. 2 rows, but look at how they're set, kind of in a more zigzag kind of pattern. So also big gents ring with a white diamond that's certified. Don't see that very often. We've got a GIE cert to go with a white diamond in a gentleman style for you as well. Okay, madness on a wheel. Since my early birds are here and we want to celebrate you all so much and really thank you for being with us, I have the most beautiful wheel. It is some of our most affordable as well. That's what's great about having a wheel like this, is we're going to take pieces that have all been on the air. They've all had their day, they've all had their opportunities, and they've been really well priced, as we like to do. But tonight, it's about saying, it's Friday, let's move them, let's get everybody their favorite, whether it's going to be a nice variety. There's going to be a lot to choose from on this wheel, so if I can get this price low enough, we might just say, get a couple. If you can't decide and the choice is between 2 and you really are just really stuck, you can go ahead and get both because that's the kind of value we're going to give. Beyond what we even see in a typical wheel, I'm going to start with, I think the prize of the collection is the emerald. Look at this. Emerald, clean and bright. That just looks like, summertime with all the greenery and everything in bloom and everything blossoming, right? Just a bright green color, straight out of nature there. Really exceptional material. Also have, though, there's a whole collection here. It's one of our bigger wheels we've had of late, and I invite you to dial in when you see something you love. This is the mounting we saw earlier with the gold quartz, but that's actually in yellow gold with the turquoise, and that's that true embodiment of turquoise. I think what we all assume turquoise should look like when we think about a visual, we don't want too blue and we don't want too green, and we hopefully want matrix free. And look at this. It was just, oh my goodness. Do you guys remember, if you were with me, you know, there was a 12.7 millimeter Tahitian pearl last night. I was raving about how green it was. This one might have topped that. This has that almost like oil slicked finish where it's not just green, it's going to be that purple, lavender, pink into green, just absolutely natural and beautiful. And so far, it's looking good, but then there's more. This freeform opal in a band of white gold, and we have the great looking zircon. And then for my final trick here. There is a rare, this is the Diaspora we love. No, wait a minute, hang on. We've had this with Diaspora. I think this is something new. I take it back. We've got the Diaspora here in the rose right now. I would really encourage you to think about white or yellow with the Diaspora. I think the rose gold, to me, when you see a lot of golden in the Diaspora, like you're seeing, I think you want to maybe make it in the white gold or the yellow, just to either have tonal or contrast. The rose gold, to me, gets a little lost with the stone and vice versa. So think about that outside, just the rose gold it's in, because you have an option to change the gold color on anything up here with one exception. That one exception would be the opal, just because, well, when we see these wider bands, you know that. These are all custom made, and you can understand that's a free form stone. So it's entirely custom made around that stone. This is not just a mounting we do and we pop a million stones into it. That's a free form opal. So we had to create this wider band all the way around it. So here are your choices. Pink zircon round, any color. Again, the only one that you have to leave as is right there in the white gold. Change the turquoise, change the Diaspora, I recommend it. Change the emerald if you want to go a little outside the box with your emerald. Here's the zircon, and here is truly one of the brighter, more beautiful colors and looks you can get in a Tahitian. Not to mention, wait till you see this on, because right now it's a leaner. It's one of those that's wider, so it's, you know, taking the weight of the pearl and like leaning it forward. When you see this on the hand, you'll notice how the designer mounting is so pretty and how it's done. It's really well done. You actually have that really cool open work, and then it looks like little leaves or florals that are set within the open style there as well. So it's really impressive. And you take any one you want for any one. I mean, really, truly, you want to see a price tag that's going to wow everybody. My lowest price on the air these have ever been was $21.99, and then I had one for $19.99. Most of them were $21.99 and up. This is the object of a wheel here. The whole principal purpose is to make sure they disappear. It's their last time on the air. It's time to say goodbye to them. It's time to make sure they all get a great home, and it's as simple as that. And once that's happened, we know we've hit the mark. We know we've made it the big value that you can't live without. And to be able to say sizing is on us and colored gold color changes are on us, all that is free. That just adds on to this value, which is already going to be so exceptional. So we encourage you to dial in if you're thinking about any one of them, because they're wild. There's a lot of rarity up there. We've got the color changing Diaspora, so that one it's right in the name. I know everybody loves, like, how many of you guys have said, well, I've heard it for this, and I've heard it as this, and I've heard it referenced as this name. There's all these trade names out there for it. But really, it goes back to one principal stone, which is color-changing Turkish Diaspora, which, yeah, isn't as succinct and glamorous, but I do love that it tells you and embodies what it's all about, which is the phenomena. One source and a phenomena together in one piece. Take a look at what we have here so we can choose your favorite. What one do you love? And that pearl should easily be $21.99. That was actually one of those that was a little more so, but we're going to take them all the way on down. The beauty of it is you're choosing your favorite. There's that band I was telling you about. See how it's open on the sides, all lined in diamonds, but you have a little bit of a leaf design there as well, tucked in. They all look like individual larger diamonds that you have, but they're all pave, and you have a really good look. That's going to be the, it's a big size too. We brought you 12.7 yesterday. This is a 12, so not that much different from our largest Tahitian Pro we have. You're 0.7 millimeters shy of that with that ring. The Diaspora, beautiful round, 90 points, just shy of a carat. Then we've got the emerald, that's a 50 pointer, but it looks bigger. And then you have the opal. That's going to be a really good 1 carat 40 freeform, 326 on the round Sleeping Beauty, and another 4 carat 33 on the zircon. What a special look they all are. And again, when you've got freedom to make them your own, have us customize it for you, get all those specialty details, and not pay $19.99, which is the lowest any of have been on the air for. This is a much better value than even if we go another 50% off for you. This is how we make it happen. It's go time on the lines. If you have a favorite, come on in, because we know how limited everything is, and when they're gone, they're gone. And instead of paying $19.99 or even $9.99, it's a Friday. We go all out. We make sure that the values are the best they possibly can be, and this is how we do it. It's not even $999, $899, or even going to be $799 for fine. I'm talking the emphasis on the finest jewelry out there, in that we're dealing with exotics. We're giving you solid gold, giving you VS diamonds as opposed to some just regular commercial grade so-so diamond. And they're not $7.99. This is the kind of freedom and ability we have to make things happen on a Friday when it is a little audience, right? And we want to make sure we move jewelry and we get all the pieces out to you, and you can relish in the fact that you know where to shop. And that makes you a pro shopper. And when it comes to fine jewelry, where everybody's going without right now because they got so many other things to think about and pay for, our lines are lit. And that's the reason why, because none of these would ever be $7.99, and I'm going lower. So it's time to dial. And if you have a favorite, come on in, because we have very limited operators and we're busy. We have one available operator right now, and we're not even at my lowest price yet. This is how it works. And when I tell you they're going to go, they're going to go. Call me early, take a look at them. They're not even $799. Which one do we like, operators? I'm going to need you to use the big voices tonight so we don't oversell anything. Let me know. Which one? Pearl going out already, maybe. Let's find out. That's going to be item number, oh, I love this, 12 millimeters, 3107 is the number. That's a 12 millimeter. Look at how it's reflecting the ring in front of it. It's got 39 points in diamonds. It's in any gold. Make them 777. Tony, that's your little luck. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to give you as much luck as possible. I'm sending all my luck to the control room tonight. Yes. Go, let's do it. Diaspora, please get in another gold color. I just think the rose gold and the golden color of this just do not work. I mean, I think in white gold or yellow, you're going to adore it. That's item number 5845. Any gold, 90 points on the round, 43 points in the diamonds. Yes. You got it. Emerald and turquoise coming up, and then let me know which ones we're thinking about. Here's the emerald. Oh, this emerald. Talk about a lot of gold. I just had on the diaspora, it has so much gold. Look at the emerald, so much gold. Look at how wide these pieces are. On, again, my hand, I can make any ring look small. They're not small rings. There's the emerald. That's going to be our 50-pointer with 7 points in diamonds as accents. But you have so much gold going on. A rope border on the outside edge, filigree in detail, and beautiful mill green on the inside. And then the turquoise. Another request here for the turquoise. We got a lot of people talking about that round turquoise. Sleeping Beauty variety. If you're going for $777, that must be junk. No. Sleeping Beauty, which is all mine is closed. We got the matrix-free version. We've got the round. Which one do you like? The back of the emerald coming out. It's all open work, so you'll know what it looks like. It kind of looks like it does from the front because it's all scrolled and open work. Think of like a little, winding, beautiful, fine line tattoo on your finger. We'll show it to you, though. Here's the turquoise, 326 on the round. Also, 21 points in diamonds as well around it. Any gold you want, you take advantage of this. The only one that hasn't, been talked about is that opal, and that's the one that's got to stay. Here's the inside, Christine, of that gold. So see how it actually still a wider band through the back, and then it's still open. But again, that gold goes all the way through, so it's not like it's uncomfortable. Yes. The opal. Oh, you got the opals. White gold cool with them? All right, so white gold and the opal gone. All right, so here's the emerald. Let me try on the opal for you, Virginia, just to have them see what their ring looks like on the hand. Item number 7261, of course, in white gold only. That one's spoken for. And then let me know how we can help you. Any questions? Allison, are you taking anything off that wheel that I should know about? Okay, so we've got the pearl verifying. We've got, I think, Christine, let me know if you're diaspora or turquoise. Or was that, I think, Jess, where you were also thinking about the diaspora as well. So do let me know. And then I'll go ahead and we'll show you what we've got here. I'm going to rearrange them a little bit so you can see them really, really well. Put that turquoise up front with that zircon and get all of our larger, wider bands throughout the back there. That turquoise is nice, too. Really got that beaming bright as can be turquoise. So did everybody get their ring at 777? Are we done? We're done with this Mega Wheel, the superstars. I mean, they're right there. Now we're down to 5. We're still verifying on a bunch of those. So again, can't wait to hear which one you love, but that is a wild moment to get rings at a price tag like that is. I mean, go figure. In solid gold, VS diamonds, and these really incredible, important stones. I mean, that Tahitian could not be better. I may have to just put the Tahitian up by itself. You like the emerald? All right, so the emerald again is going to be at a number, that's going to be 7306 on the emerald. Lots of gold all the way around. Look at the different texture, though. You see the mill grain inside, and then you see that more prominent rope texture on the outside borders. With the Colombian emerald that's clean. Oh, I mean, you gotta spread the word. Tell everybody you know that you don't have to go without jewelry. You don't have to settle for the cheap jewelry that's out there and all the plated metals that after you wear it for a week, it's already turned to some odd color. And it's like then you're rebuying and rebuying and rebuying and never quite satisfied. If you get the good stuff right off the bat, you'll never, ever need to upgrade. You can't upgrade much when it comes to this kind of level. Yes. I wouldn't on this one because it's also not just about the thickness, but the depth. So I would say you're good to go on your true size on this particular band. Even though I realize it is wider across the top, it narrows, but not to nothing. It's still a good size piece. But I still recommend getting your true size on this one. If you're right in between, or you feel like, maybe suddenly you're going, it just feels like, You know, that 8 I used to wear, I feel like I'd be more comfortable in 8 1/4. Then you can always, err on the side of going maybe a quarter size up if you tend to be right in between. You know, everyone's hand's different. Some people just are true to size no matter what. But I know, like, if it's really, cold outside, which it's not right now anywhere, but if it's really cold, my finger can get down to like a 5 1/2 or a 5. So, I have no problem. But when it's hot and sticky and humid, I'm more like a 6 1/2, So it's again, if you're kind of on the edge, you can always, err on the side of going up just a quarter size. Yes. Which one? Turquoise again? You got it. Here's the turquoise one more time. 7535 326. Same mounting we saw with that gold, the swirls and the beautiful matrix of the gold through that quartz at the top of the show. But this is my turquoise out of the Sleeping Beauty Mine, 326. It is a round. I know it can look a little different. It's kind of how this mounting plays. It can make that round look a little bit more decadent or designer, the way the diamonds swirl around it. Sometimes when you have a pattern that's not just simple halo, sometimes it actually creates the illusion as if the stone is also a fancy cut. But you can see there, it is a true round stone. It's that best variety and best quality in the Sleeping Beauty. And then you've got zircon. Nobody's asked about the zircon yet. So the opal, it sounds like, is gone. I hope that pearl, can I just show it all by itself on its own, just to really get in close up and show you this pearl, just for the sake of just really getting in, because this is not typical Tahitian pearl. And for those of you that think pearls are ordinary and pearls are basic and pearls are inexpensive, some are pearls. I've seen pearls for 50 cents a piece, when you're buying them, wholesale. There's a difference between a cultured white pearl that is teeny tiny in size, or a seed pearl, or a Baroque pearl. And then when you start to get into exotic colors, anything that's not a white pearl, but here we have the pinks, we have the goldens, and we have the Tahitians. But within the Tahitian category, that's not just good enough to say, hey, it's a Tahitian. Within Tahitians, they're usually just a light silvery gray. This is not that. And that would be the so-so quality. This is where you get premier Tahitian material. And let's not forget, it's a 12 millimeter stone. The item number is 3107, just so we can complete the whole look up there. But also done with that designer way, the diamonds are set. So you have diamonds that are set within. You have 39 points in diamonds. It's going to be 3107. It's a 12 millimeter, but that's what we love. What you want are those peacock colors, where it almost looks like an iridescent, the eye of the peacock feather, all that looks like it's painted on to this pearl when that is natural. Yes. Say it again. Trying the diaspora. Sure. Here's the diaspora again. You got it. Here's the diaspora on the hand. It's item number 5845. You've heard my recommendation. I think rose gold, probably option number 3. I think the white or the yellow are going to be your best bets with the fiery quality. This almost looks like a yellow diamond. It's a golden green color that then turns to a pinky rosy color. But I think with that start color there, which is the color you're going to see the most often, I think your best bets are either the white gold or the yellow gold. That's just my own preference. I don't mean to push that on you, but sometimes people get excited and they think I'm going to do these wild things, and they go, yeah, I don't love it. So this is where, again, you want to probably stick with the classics on this one. 777, though, you're getting almost a carat in that round. One source, mined out. One source in the world. Fantastic, phenomenal, color-changing stone. Yes. Yes, let's do a close-up on the emerald, shall we? Let me bring it in here for you. There's the pearl. Here's the emerald. So you got, I think if you've got a love for the green, you're getting either the emerald or the pearl, because the pearl has so much green to it. And there's the emerald one more time, 7306. So check with your operator to see what's available. But that's our 50 point in that square emerald cut, and also 7 points in diamonds. Looks like more, but they're scattered, really concentrated on the sides there, right to frame. And then anything in the gold that's going to be really tucked in between your fingers there is actually going to be more just gold. But it does have a texture, but that's not a sharp texture. It's not uncomfortable. It's nothing that's anything like that. This is going to be all that smooth, silky fit on, but it gives you a lot of presence and a lot of wow to your designer ring. So I really encourage you to think about that. You know what? Emeralds, if they get bigger, they get really, really pricey. We all know. So it doesn't mean you can't go without that really primo quality of emerald that we love. You can get a really, really good emerald. You just have to shop this wheel tonight, because 50 points, a good size, plus you're getting the ultimate in clarity, and even to the point where it's glowing in the back of the band. You can see that as it turns from left to right, and it's really lovely. And it's a great way to still get Colombian. You're still getting the best emerald in the world. So don't forget pearl, Diaspora, verifying in the pearl and the diaspora and the turquoise. Nobody's on the pink zircon yet, so I'll give that a quick look because you do need to see what a pink zircon that's more even like a hot pinky, almost red in that zircon. And that would be item number 7127. So feel free to call us, check and see what's available with as many people as we have on the lines. I'm not sure who's got what or what's here and what's there and what's not. So all you have to do is call. But if you are thinking about the pink zircon, that would be the 433 in that round. And it also has 34 points in the diamonds also. So you've got a lot to love. And of course, a really rare stone that was mined out shortly thereafter it was found. 2020, as in 2020. I mean, we think about something that's been around for only 2 years. It's hard to fathom in the gem world, right? We know most gems. There's very rarely a new discovery. There's very rarely something that, you know, is new that pops up. So to have this mine, it really was all started and began in the early parts of 2020, and then just in that same calendar year, gone. So that's really rare to get. We got these stones one by one, shipped over from Sri Lanka to us to give you this huge opportunity on some really rare but bright. That's the double refraction we love in a zircon. So that one I recommend at 777 as well. Let's get to this final look of these hoop earrings, and then I have my last of the ruby. Heart shape, pave, stunner. Look at this with the bow wrapped around it. I know you really see rubies here, and I wanted to put this up specifically because this is almost a bright pinky red in the rubies because they're pave, because they're all diamond cut rounds. And then on top of that is this beautiful wrapped in a bow. Is it a reminder of how someone's love is really important and it's a gift to you? Is it going to be about living in the present? That kind of look like it's wrapped in a bow, and maybe that's the reminder to, you know, live in the present or appreciate and just find joy in the present time no matter what. This is just, I think, a very meaningful ring. Yes. The zircon again? Sure, here's the zircon. Happen to have it right here. And that's item number 7127, Christine, if you'd like it. I'll try it on for you as well. It's the 433 round zircon. There we are. Back to the zircon, 34 points in diamonds. Notice how it's a triple stack on the sides in diamonds. You've got 3 rows, but they just graduate ever so slightly to get a little shorter in the rows there on the side. So that one's going to put on the hand really quickly for you. A nice burgundy kind of pinky golden color. It's amazing how this stone, I just picked it up out of the light and it went more golden. So it really is a stone that morphs depending on the light it's in, but a really nice way to get a beautiful stone that just kind of goes with a lot. If you're putting it on, there's nothing it really can't go with, but then it really can just kind of model to, if you're wearing more browns, if you're wearing more pinks, if you're wearing more golden colors, it tends to really, you know, mix and match and play. And then you have the sparkle of the double refraction. That is an end result in what we all see and perceive with our eyes visually as sparkle. So you got to love the double refraction of a stone. All right, back to my present. My present ring right here, which is just the rubies and diamonds galore. This one is only in rose gold, and yet the rose gold you'll notice is on the outside, but it's actually black rhodium where all the rubies are set. And if you're saying pink sapphires, rubies, well, they're the same thing. So some people would call them red sapphires. I know a great designer who does beautiful work, and they made a sterling silver cuff bracelet that I acquired many years back. And this was back early on in the days of this designer, and they work in sterling and usually made in Bali and whatnot. And they have a very distinctive style. And their main cornerstone of their collection was a bangle with stones that they called red sapphires. And technically it's all correct, because whether it's a ruby or a sapphire, it's all corundum. Sometimes we walk a fine line with these hot pinky reds. So if you want to call them a hot pink sapphire, they certainly have a hot pinky red glow about them. But they are, we're listing them as rubies here. They are from Burma, 6115. There's that backdrop of black rhodium, which really sets off that color so beautifully. And then the rest is all in rose gold. So it will be as is. It's 41 points in diamonds, but what a beautiful idea for those that, if you are, not saying you can't just shop this and wear it yourself, but what a beautiful way to get a gift for somebody with all the meaning that's locked into the 208 and the rubies, but also the 41 points in diamonds. And all that 208 are perfectly matched diamond cut rubies. Exceptional. It really is. When you think about as a designer, and I know sometimes we take this for granted, when we see pretty pieces, it's easier to just look at the whole and not, sometimes we just see the sum of the parts, but sometimes we should say, let's look at the parts and the individual pieces and give kudos where it's deserved to the designers that are matching up these stones to perfection to create this look. And it's big time. Let me show it on so you immediately see the size. And also I wanted to see how that bow is actually elevated up and over so you don't get this basic. I mean, there's something that looks really, you can tell it's high end the way it's made. Great designer piece. Look at that stunning sparkle from the stones, and then that bow that wraps around, that's going to be in your rose gold. The body of the ring and the back's in rose gold as well. It'll be just as is, and we're not asking. Do you know that this retails for $16,000 plus in a retail store right now? And that would be all fine and well. But I can get it to you for less than the tax. Well, I can't speak for tax in every county in every state, but I'm going to speak for the state and the county that we live in, where the tax alone would be $1,600, and I'm not asking $1,600. This is where you get a deal on a lot of gold, a lot of rubies, and a lot of diamonds. And to give this, think of the different, and maybe this is going to kind of write that card itself. If you're somebody who's like, I don't know if I have the words sometimes to fully convey to someone what they mean to me, or their love, or the love we share, this is a ring that I think does that. So I would love to see it as a gift, given that it does look a little gift wrap, doesn't it? And yet the present, so beautiful and precious when it's under $1,600, $1,599. Oh no, I'm just in a mood to get this one home because I love the meaning behind it. And I think that when you look at everything, the totality of what we do, we never see jewelry quite like this. I'll make it $1,499 right now if anybody would like that heart shape. And it's the black rhodium and the rose. What a beautiful way to set each other off there and really show up beautifully. So that'll be $1,499. Let me know if you'd like it. If you have any questions on that last 777 wheel, here to help you with those as well. And then we got there's a brand new black opal out of Australia, and it is fantastic. And then we have new tanzanite in a bridge, great turquoise earrings. You want to see the pendant? Rubies in a pendant that looks a little bit like a bow meets a floral. So we'll see that. I flashed it earlier. Also a very large black diamond. Got to show you this one. This is our mega stone now. 6 carats in size, but it's also, if you like bigger rings, because that one certainly is, if you want to see another example of a really large ring, look at what we're doing in a black diamond tonight. How about that for a big medallion? I mean, that would be huge if that was on your neckline. So just starting here, because I wanted you to understand how very jumbo this size is, that's a 6 carat black diamond. And that's all just the one center stone. Let's talk about what builds around it here. Let's go to 7552. Just incredible stone here. When you talk about high quality black diamonds, they are tough, tough, tough. And this one really fits the bill. It has this great looking style that really is, you know, it's circular, but it's really the way it's detailed and wrapping around it. 7552 is the number, and it's our 6 carat black diamond center stone with 99 points in white diamonds around it. And look at this, that's the angle. To appreciate how much gold is here, it's not flat. It's not a flat one-dimensional piece. It's got the lift and the open work that looks like ribbons, wrapping and wrapping around to create this circular effect that still has movement because of the way diamonds could be, you know, just a halo. This is not. This is really with these swirls of diamonds that all just really move around it. Super cool way to do a halo style, but give you a much bigger effect. And when you calculate that we've got almost 7 carats in diamonds in a ring, a beautiful bold gold weight. If you want to feel your gold and you want to get a really prized piece of collector's jewelry, it's right here. The problem is it's got a $79.99 price tag. And I've had it the last several shows. I haven't put it on the air because of that $79.99 price tag. And my ruby's still here if you want that ruby. So impressive pieces. But this is where you get a discount for a Friday. I always make sure that we do some extra discounting on Fridays on everything, be it new, be it older, whatever it is, how many times it's been here, how long it's been here, doesn't matter. We got to really wow you on these Fridays when we're working with limited audiences. We just, you know, are tasked with, here's what we're going to do on this one. Not even $79.99. Got to try it on again. Maybe I'm even going to break out the ruler, show you how big a look this is when you go across the hand, because it's got a diameter that is quite sizable where you're looking at 7/8 of an inch from the top to the bottom. So when you talk about how it fits and how it feels, doesn't really fit any different than any other ring because it's a classic band on the sides. But it is going to go, for the most part, across the hand. That is going to be completely filling the finger there with beautiful diamonds and that platform of gold that sets it up a little higher. Nothing that's outrageous, nothing that sits up too high that's in the way and catching on everything, but just to see again, there's that detail in the way the gold is set, so it sits it up a little bit more. It's not $79.99 or close. We're going to send it out right now. Big time diamond weight. The funny part is we're exactly, well, almost exactly, we're just a few dollars away from being $1,000 a carat on diamonds. And diamonds don't go for $1,000 a carat if they're jewelry grade. unless you're shopping here, where we make the VS diamonds, the ones you actually want, the ones you actually want to wear, the ones that are going to make sure that the piece is loved for a lifetime. We actually do better than even $1,000 a carat. This is another example right here. And think about the gold, because I know it's easy to just look at the diamond weight. That's not appropriate with a ring like this, because look at how large, and even the finishing, the detail, like a European scroll work that's done underneath. You're going, oh yeah, that's an undergallery. I always say undergalleries. It's not really needed. That doesn't even need to be there. That doesn't actually sit on the hand. There's a band that goes all the way through the inside of your shank. That's what sits on the hand. So that's purely to add more decoration, more just beauty and designer detail to a ring where you really are going to know that's there. Nobody else is really going to see that, but you're going to know it's there. You're going to see that beautiful detail, and that has got the weight we love. Any gold you want as well, that's another bonus there. So if you want to do the rose gold or the yellow gold, totally fine. It's going to really change the look no matter what you do, and there's not a bad way to go. I will make it less than $79.99. How about this for a super deal? Black diamonds are tricky. It's just tough, right? To get the bigger stones that have that, you know, really beautiful, beautiful opacity with that luster that we like. We like to see that luster. And as you move it, remember it's carbon based. These are diamonds after all. So they're carbon, they're pure carbon. So I want you to see though, that is a smooth, sleek, seamless surface there, okay? You don't have any, you know, there's no like, I know sometimes people receive diamonds when you see them in all this light, they kind of pick up a little reflection. They have that beautiful luster that is almost metallic. And that is really a trait we only see out of the black diamonds. I'll make it even easier than $79.99. Half off would be $4,000. Then we're still hanging out around $39.99. A lot better than that for you right here, right now. The very first and only caller will make that just $2,999 for 7 carats of diamonds in a lot of gold. And that is the way to go if you'd like a big showpiece. That really cool rock star cocktail ring has an edge with the black and the white diamonds, doesn't it? But you'll really get to change it up how you wish. White, yellow, or rose, all for you. So that's where I think there is something appealing even about the blushy tones of a rose gold underneath the fabulous, fabulous, you know, black diamond. I think there's a great contrast to that. So $29.99. All right, let's move on. Got a lot to show you on this Friday, but not a lot of time. Only 2 hours left, if you can believe that. Big top of the hour's on the way with a turquoise pair of earrings that we enjoy, plus diamonds in a band, plus the big gents ring is here. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but we've done some discounting on this. We've done some discounting on the emerald. Wouldn't you say? And somehow, I don't know if this was actually, did it get on our sales show? I can't remember. So let's bring it out, because this could be one that you've been thinking about. Now that my 4 carats are gone, all my 4 carats are out of here. Even the big 3 carat that we had, gone. So that sales show did exactly what it was designed to do on the ones that I showed you. But then there's this one that didn't make it, and I think it's ready for a big discount. 5483. And this is genuinely, guys, every one of those little, you know, bright markers and numbers, those are all genuinely discounts that they have. This ring is acquired over, you know, weeks and weeks and weeks at a time, whether it's shown or not on the air. So you've got a really special look with a 214 tower of pear-shaped emerald, 52 points in the yellows, and that's just 2 big stones there. You see that? That'll be a 26 and a 26 pointer, but then white diamonds surround all of that. So this is really a no choice to be made, because it's got a little bit of everything. Sometimes we see an emerald with just white diamonds or just yellows. This gives you everything, the package deal. Plus you got that finishing in the inside. And don't you think that this one at this point deserves a better markdown, just so that we don't have to put, I don't think there's room, honestly, for one more price reduction on this bag. It's only yellow gold. It's just as you see it here. So you got, we'll size it and take care of that, but look at the clarity. And I must say, for being a 214, certain emeralds, we talked about this just a minute ago with that wheel piece. We had a 50 pointer. Didn't it look bigger? It's what emeralds do. It's not just like, oh, it's just something that is weird that happens. It is genuinely what the emeralds do. They are, compared to almost every one of their gemstone counterparts, they are less dense. So we see it with opals because they're water-based. This is just a less dense stone, and we can get into that on another occasion, but I got a markdown that is just waiting. This one's $79.99. Was not even where it started. It started higher than that. It started at $94.99. Then it went to $8,000. It kind of hung there for a while. And that was why it was like that center red number there. And then it just kept on discounting, discounting, discounting. And yep, I'm going to take it all. We're not even going, there's no number on this bag that correlates with the number that I'm about to put on the air, because it's still here. So if none of those markdowns have worked, then it just means, listen, I know it's not the stone. That stone is clean. That stone looks a lot larger than a 214, which emeralds do, but then, you know, coming off of, we've had 3 and 4 carat stones a lot lately in the last couple of weeks, so you probably remember those. This one looks like on par with some of those that we've seen, where it's really a mega stone. And you're not spending $79.99, you're not spending anywhere near that. We could go half, we could go, you know, $4,000, then we're getting into some serious territory on a 214 where it's gonna get some interest. But the idea is to get it at home right here in 1 minute before we get the top of the hour and welcome in our big special. Take a look at this. It's one, and I know how many of you missed out on emeralds. The 4 caraters, the 3 caraters, anything in that realm. So we are looking at one of our larger here, and instead of being $39.99 or even, how is this even fathomable on a 214 that looks like that? Don't forget, 26-point yellow diamonds on each side. They're pear shapes as well. Do you see how the whole design goes pear shape in the middle and then it's like a pear shape rotated on the side? So it really is complementary. Plus you have the yellow gold setting, tapered prongs. That is the ultimate. And I always say this, we're giving you the most up close look up, just, you know, right there on camera. Look at this on the hand and watch the glow. Because when you wear it on your hand, when you see it and everybody else around you sees it, that's what they're seeing, is the ultimate glow and clarity you see there. Any little microscopic inclusions that our cameras are able to show you, that is not what you see. That's why I always say judge it here in an emerald, because when it's up close, it's giving you every detail that your human eye really couldn't even possibly see without the help of a loupe. So it's nice to be able to say, okay, we got the good stone, we got the clarity, it's bright, it's gleaming, it's glowing, and it's not $39.99, which is already half off. That far surpasses any of these price tags on the bag. We're gonna send it out right now, even less. It's our final opportunity. It's our final call. We're going to send it out for $3,888 on a 214 with a lot going on in diamond weight, because you are getting about 1.25 carats in diamonds, and 2 of them are huge yellows for $38.88. It's all yours. Take it if you love it, and congratulations. That is only one, and that will go. So top of the hour is here. Happy Friday, everybody. Hope your weekend, final weekend of July, is off to a rockin' start. Can you believe it? July almost over. Amazing, amazing, amazing. We're a couple days away from celebrating August and getting into some really important times here, thank you, where we're going to talk about end of summer here. And boy, have we had some really special, kind of bringing out the new, not waiting for the official season to change to bring out all of our brand new, but it does not matter. We got the prices that are just like the blowouts and discounts of old. So if you'd like the emerald, do let me know. We're going to be talking about this great emerald pendant that has no diamond weight listed, even though there's 1 carat plus in diamond weight. So looking forward to that. All right, and if you have requests, get them in, because remember, it's our light audience night. So if there's anything we can help you find, or go run out to a vault and go get, or something you missed and you're going, oh, I cannot believe I'm still thinking about that piece from Lolo's Monday show or Lolo's Wednesday show, or maybe it was just last night a few hours ago and you can't stop thinking about it, you call us right now and we'll bring it on out if it's still here. So here's what we're going to do for our top of the hour, a little special something in turquoise earring. My name is Lauren Blair. This is TVON. We have 2 hours left on our Friday. And then also, just a hint, again, I want to make sure everybody knows, because anybody who skips tomorrow morning is going to go where those Miralani Mints go. They're coming up. The finale, everything I have left, is coming up in tomorrow morning show. So if you have been, and there have been hundreds of you, because I've only had a total of, 11 stones so far, and they've all sold. So if you've missed any of them, it's the final Miralani Mints we'll have. They're really big sizes too, really good looking stones. We only, to tell you the truth, we had 2 rejects out of our collection. So there were 22 stones. Now there are only gonna be 20 pieces made in jewelry because there were some rejects. Just 2 that, as good as they were and as clean as they weren't clean enough. So it's like if you're sick of even seeing the lower quality out there and about, and you're going, yeah, it's cheaper out there, but it's a really low quality, or they're smaller stones, we're gonna bring you the true TVON best of the best tomorrow morning. That's it. They're gonna be gone. I mean, they're gonna be all together. You'll get to make your choice, and you'll get to get the one that's best for you. Okay, so turquoise earrings are next. Let's take a look at these, and that is still here if you want the emerald. But this is what we've been waiting for, a drop earring in turquoise that are just doing something a little different than what we've seen before, because when we've had halos, usually it's a full-on diamond going all the way around the perimeter, and yet this is dressing it up a little bit more, giving you an element we're seeing a lot of right now in jewelry, where we're creating a bezel halo design. So that means in this case, half bezel, well, it's an all bezel, but half of it's covered in diamonds. Half of it's just going to be the gold, so it's really giving you a different contemporary look. The item number here is 4575, and it's really cool because you're getting 310 in the turquoise, and that's the Sleeping Beauty variety we love so much. 22 points in diamonds in a drop. This isn't that drop, boy, wouldn't you know it. I had these big drop earrings I was so excited about last night, and sure enough, everyone's reaction was, they're just too big. I can't wear them. I can't do 2 inches. So again, we know our customer base. We know our wheelhouse, and this is more what we're happy with for everyday wear. Because I was touting them as I think they're still wearable. You guys disagreed. You were like, later on I saw the comments and the feedback. I was like, nope, those are just too big for me. So this is where we like to be, kind of the sweet spot. Yes, there's always exceptions. We cater to a lot of people all across the country and beyond. So, but for the most part, we like to be in this range, anywhere in that 3/4 inch to 1 inch drop, so that they're not overly dressy, and they're really, again, diamonds don't always mean, oh, I'm saving them for a special occasion. Nope, you wear them, you live in them, especially now when it's just boiling hot outside and you're ready to, maybe you are lucky enough to be going on a vacation, or you're really excited to just, do some fun activities that you've been missing out on, and you want to have a really fun, fresh new pair that's going to go with everything. And I mean, turquoise goes with everything. Seriously, name a color that turquoise does not go with. It is, there's just no answer for that question. It goes with absolutely everything, which is why I say, if you're going, I don't wear blue, I don't wear green, I don't wear turquoise, you do wear something. I know you do. And so it doesn't matter what you're wearing, if you're into prints, if you're into solids, if you're into neutrals, if you're into dressy, if you're into casual. It just spans this universal appeal that we don't get to see with a lot of gems, right? It's opaque, but this is the absolute utmost in quality. And so you're not getting matrix, you're not getting all those, things we have to look past on some of the cheaper turquoise that's out there. You've got a solid backing. I just have to show you this because this is something where if you're like me and you've just got, you want to put the hair up because you can't stand having your hair down when it's hot and hot and hot and hot outside, or you'd like a more elegant, refined look, and your earring you realize is going to be seen from the back. Look at how that's finished. Like a signet ring in the back with that solid mirror finishing in the gold. We have all gold colors available. It's a 1 inch drop. They are beautiful in white, yellow, rose. As we well know about turquoise, there is no exception to that rule. With the turquoise, just kind of play with them and do what you wish. But there is also going to be a mega value, because when they've been here at $17.99, they stayed here. And that's because we all need a value, and we want the best value possible. And this is it. Got it right here for you. A big top of the hour for any of my turquoise lovers. And I think about the ratio of rings to earrings. Certainly have had a lot more rings than we've had in earrings in our history. So if you are needing, maybe you're loving your ring. Gosh, if you have one from us, I would think you like it, right? Or really love it or getting a lot of wear out of it. How about the earring, which I have on now? You can get an earring to go with, have some fun with it, really get that beautiful movement it gives you, the dance that it has. This is the yellow gold, of course. That's what I have here in the studio. If you want the white or the rose, they're available for you as well, no problem. But they're not even $1,799. They're going less than $1,000. And that's where you get that beautiful, it's like a two-tone kind of halo. And I don't mean two tones in the gold, I mean solid gold versus diamond weight. Solid gold versus pave. Pave's at that, think of it like the smile necklaces we do, where you have that dip in the pave on the underside of the stone, then halfway at that point, it's gonna go ahead and transform into that gold, that mirror finish gold, which is really beautiful. And instead of even $9.99, guess what they're not? They're not even $9.99 at all. This is a big drop earring. You get that great movement. Diamonds even start in the front. Let's go back to the wheel and show you what they look like. Not even $9.99 or $8.99. Time to dial in. We're busy already. This was the sweet spot in rings earlier. Let's make it very affordable in an earring for you where you don't have to spend even $8.88. And isn't there something to be said about an earring where, again, if you've not been in the trenches making jewelry, maybe it's a little bit foreign to everybody, but to create jewelry where there's, lever backs, moving parts, hinges, moving pieces that have got to align perfectly and, snap back into position, that's not easy to do. And it's not inexpensive. And yet these earrings are downright inexpensive because they're not even $849 or $799 to get the turquoise that I think very tough to do a universal style of earring, but I think that is definitely it color-wise. And then you're choosing the gold, and we'll make them less than $799 to make those magically disappear. We'll make them $777 only for the last call on those earrings. Going with your turquoise, if you have Sleeping Beauty varieties from us, we can tell you that's going to be that great match. If you just appreciate a good earring and want something that's going to work with everything, there's a great great earring. And of course, choosing your gold color and getting that subtle drop, but nothing that's too overly dressy or overly sizable where you can't wear them in any which occasion at all. So enjoy them, $777. We'll give them a final 30 seconds, then we gotta go. Got some pieces here that I'm thinking are brand new, and looking at the price tags, we may need to do some adjusting on these prices, so we'll do that too, and we'll start that coming up. Plus, there's another yellow diamond. We had the 2.5 carat last night, gone. I do have a 1 carat 51 today, so if you've wanted that in between the 1 and the 2 carat, they don't come around all that often, but I do have one tonight. Thank goodness we got one for you. And a ruby, since we are celebrating our last couple of days of July, finishing with a bang on some ruby pieces for you as well, like a pendant. And I got to tell you about this pendant. New tonight, brand new, never seen the design before. Great little something snafu-wise happened for you. And let me explain. Wow, those earrings are a hit. Let's talk about the pendant coming up. 7604. So I get this pendant, saw it a couple days ago, didn't get a chance to show it to you. I look at it and I go, wow, that's a pretty pendant. And it says it's a gold pendant with 60 points of ruby. And I'm going, well, that should be about probably $1,000 bucks. And then I realize there are diamonds paved all over the piece and not a single mention of a diamond in our graphic, in our bag. And I'm thinking, well, that's interesting, because if you get a lot of diamonds and you don't pay for them, that could be a value in the making. That's exactly what this is. And so obviously I wanted to give you a diamond weight because there's a lot of them. This wasn't something I wanted to estimate. It's hard to estimate when it's all pave anyways. So we actually talked to our jewelers before they left and we got the diamond weight. It's not a 1/2 carat or 1 carat. It's a carat 10 of what are going to be free diamonds for you. Now, I've been doing this a long time. I've never sold a carat 10 in diamonds for free. Never. Just haven't been able to do that. Be fun. Haven't had a chance to do that until right now. And we're going to let it fly because it's Friday. So here's what I've got, 7604. Oh, and by the way, they put a new price on the bag. I don't know if you can see that, but it says $3,999. I know what the price was before the diamond weight got, all factored in. We're going to go back to that. So take a look at this on the up close, then we're going to show it on the neckline because it's a bigger pendant with a lot of diamond weight to it, and yet it has a floral look to it, but I want you to see how from the sides it's not flat. It really is almost like you took an actual floral pick from the garden and you just dunked it in gold and then you just rolled it in diamonds, and it's all of that detail and texturing and movement, and yet it's all this different design element, but still finished in the back. So when this came out tonight, it was 60 points in ruby and nothing else. Yeah, one minor detail, there's a carat 10. So here's how we get away from the $39.99. And here's how we make it really interesting, because obviously now that's in our system and it's $39.99 and it's supposed to be that, and that's all fine and well. But here's where we get you a value on a Friday that you would never see otherwise and could not expect to see. This has a big hidden bail. I'll show that to you in a minute, but look at the size and we'll get you a measurement on it. Who loves our rubies? Who wants diamond cut Burmas in that stack together, that beautiful trio of round brilliant rubies, and a over 1 inch, just barely, but it's over an inch, just lightly, on that pendant. We'll call it an inch, that's close enough. And then you've got that hidden bail that's gonna be larger, so it'll accommodate different chains. If you've got a larger chain, if you've got a big diamonds by the yard is always the thing now people wanna put their pendants on, right? Because you love your DBTY. So let's make it happen for you, because what we can do is get away from that $39.99, respectable considering what the carat weight is, the measurement is. We'll take a look at it from a distance here so you can see kind of another angle on it and really get an idea of what that's all about. But this is the floral we love, has that great length. I like how one side is more straight and the other flares out. We saw this in our ruffle design the other day. Do you remember it? And here's that bail I was telling you about. So it's ample size in the bail. We saw this in a more ruffly style that was very abstract the other day. Really, really interesting how you can see there, and it flares up and wraps around. And you know what? Florals and jewelry, never inexpensive, it seems like. Doesn't it seem that way? Unless you're shopping the kitty mall store, that sells plastic, jewelry. I mean, really, florals, when it comes to fine jewelry, pricey. Look at the bigger diamonds too that are all basically around that diamond cut Burma. So here's what we have, $39.99. I'll put it on the auction block because nobody loves it at $39.99. I get that, but I have a feeling somebody loves it. It's just the price tag we're not in love with. It's always, that's the trick, right? Getting you to love the piece is easy. Getting you to love the price is where we really are challenged because of where gold's at and diamonds are at. And you got a carat 10 in diamonds that are not even factored in here, and I'll make it even easier than $39.99. We'll put it on the auction block for $1,500 and see where we go. $1,500 to start, $100 increments only on this one, and please understand that that is where we are going to go back to when there was no 110 factored in. True story, Christine, did I not have you take that back? And like earlier before the show go, 60 points in ruby, where's the diamond weight? She took it back, she got our jeweler's flag down, she said, okay, I need a diamond weight, because they're like, yeah, usually they'd say, low, there are no diamonds. But clearly there are diamonds here. There are, even I could see that. So a carat 10 in diamonds, $1,500 to start, we'll give it 60 seconds, we have no open. All right, so brand new, styling tonight in rubies and the diamonds, every which way. Anybody else getting like a little beachy vibe too, like a little sand dollar feel? There's something about the open work it has. Has anybody been to the beach? We know our Hawaiians, when they come back, they'll probably have a sand dollar, and they'll have some shells, and they'll have the puka shell necklaces on and all that, and they'll have a grass skirt. And you know, we'll talk about this kind of floral and some of those exotic tropical florals that have a little bit more detail than just your basic. That's what this is replicating in fine jewelry. No open at 15. Listen, let's go back to, I was lucky enough, I was on a 2-day streak with no open on an auction. It got broken late last night, thank goodness. But I think we're gonna start the new streak. This is not the streak you wanna start. But here we are, 20 seconds left. All right, I'll come up with something else to show you here. We got another wheel on the way that is magic, pure magic. But I got a big, big tanzanite. And just in case anybody's looking for a pendant, there's a 10 carat 76 pendant with a tanzanite. So if rubies and diamonds aren't up your alley tonight, we have a tanzanite that has a little, just a little, you know, something special in yellow diamonds with it. So just want to remind you that is also here. So if you're looking for a really large pendant, who remember we had the, wasn't that exciting when the big tanzanite sold the other day? The big 1670, was it 1668, 1670? That was fun. Now we've got our 10 carat 76. All right, diamond time is time for diamonds, and this is a brick of gold. It just, boom, drops right down. This band ring, and we've done everything in bands. We've done 5-stone styles, 7-stone styles, 2-row, 3-row, 4-row, 5-row, 6-row. We've done everything. There's never been really a ring with such immaculate large diamonds set together. So what this immediately does is creates the illusion like it's all just solid diamonds, but you're realizing instead of putting multiple rows of tiny diamonds together, you're putting bigger stones stacked up and down, but they're actually going to be a little bit mismatched as far as how the columns go across the band. So you're getting massive round brilliance, you're getting incredible setting, they're seamless. Look at this. I'm gonna come in closer because it's amazing to realize how did a designer, how did a jeweler, look at this. This is our max zoom here, and I'm gonna refocus so we can be sure and just take a look at this. And who wouldn't want to wear that band where it gives you just solid, bigger stones? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 stones in the band across the way. But they're all larger. And then actually, you know what they did? I know what they, look at that, perfect. This is only, I think you'd only see this if we were this close, and that's why I'm doing this. Do you see that right in between, there's another diamond set right at the intersection of your 2 round brilliants? If you look at it like columns of bigger diamonds, there's a diamond set at the intersection of each one, almost along the top center. So now you're getting that complete diamond look. Of course, a scalloped edge, a beautiful half bezel around the outer edges there. The item number is 3773. It's a 159 diamond weight among mostly those 18 big stones that you have in the VS Round Brilliance. And we know the trick, when they get bigger, they get more expensive. We deal with VS Diamonds, so that's not the headline here. VS Diamonds we have no matter if it's a 10-pointer, a 1-pointer, or if it's a 25-pointer, we bring you VS. But this is where the stones are much bigger than your typical accent, much bigger than what we see in most bands, so you're getting that really impressive look. All sleek and seamless across the top, mill grain dotting, it's like an oversized mill grain really, more is like a texture, that is dotting the edges to give it that fine, high-end designer flair and any gold you want. Although I think you want to stick with the white gold, considering this is where the whole design really comes to play, is when you see how consistent this is across the hand and how it just wraps it where there's no real prongs except for the very little stones that are, you know, dotting the midsection there of the ring. You've got a beautiful oversized band, nothing like VS Diamonds. And we don't do a carat 59 very often in a band. It's usually topping out at a carat or a carat of 7. Those are our famous diamond bands. Here's your chance to pick it up. It's any gold you want. It's a major, major, major value. I've got a $4,999 ring because of the size. We're going to blow it out right now. If anybody wants the band, it's any gold, I'll change it. It's that wider style that looks like it could be men's or ladies, quite frankly. It's so large. I think most guys steer clear of the mill grain, but that's a personal preference thing. I mean, obviously, that's why we think of this as a ladies' band, but it is wider. It's got the heft and the gold weight of a gent style. We've seen a lot of bigger bands that we're seeing a lot of guys wear more diamonds in their bands, whether it's a wedding band, whether it's just a classic pinky ring. So this might be the way you want to go. But for our ladies who love a little more width, you want dynamic, but it's easy to wear. Sometimes even with their 5-stone bands, they can get, the prongs are more prominent. They're prominent, if you will. So then they're catching on everything. And you're always going, yeah, if I'm going to wear the band every day, it's got to be something I can wear that's not going to snag clothing, that's not going to scratch the kids, that's not going to be, you know, anything crazy that's always getting in the way. You want your jewelry to be just beautifully comfortable and wearable as it is beautiful. This is it. Bigger bands, bigger diamonds, loving the double row. Let's go back. And you know what? 49, 39, 29. It's not. This is some of our major diamond weight here. Nothing else like it. And no, it's not even $1,999. There's one. So it's your time to get it right now. And look at the finishing on the inside. We have even put this decorative designer. There's that quatrefoil look that we see sometimes. But if that's a little too out there for you, it's just on the inside. Just to give it that extra comfortable gold weight on the inside so it's gliding on the hand for you. And we're not even asking $19, $18, $17, $99. It's yours to pick up right now. The major diamond weight should never be this low, especially when it's that big a size individually. And we're going to make it less than 17, 16, or even, watch this, I'll not even ask for $1,699. Blowout. Only one. Let's make it at home right now. $1,599 for a 159 diamond ring that has all that gold and major stackable style. If you wanted to put something else with it, you may. $1,599 for the ultimate in diamonds right there. 2 up and down on each side. Think of it like a column, but slightly off center. So instead of just lining them up, you know what that does? That gives you an extra overall width. So it makes the ring even larger. If you just put that stack of 2 diamonds all at the same level and they matched up, it would look a lot more narrow. It would be a lot more narrow. Now you just get more width to the band, and normally that would just require even more gold and diamond weight. So to get it down to this price tag, $1,599, pretty important, right? So last call on that one. We'll get it out the door in 30 seconds. Also, Savarite in a necklace coming up. A lot of one-onlys. I got to get to that wheel. We are just so basking in the delight of discounting pieces on a wheel. It's so much fun to do. And when you got a chance to pick something up like Alexandrite, color change diaspora, big mandarins, diamantoid, that's going to be a lot of fun on a wheel coming up. Got one more item to show you before we get there. This is the earring you need to have. And I really get this. This is not life or death. It's fine jewelry. This is the icing on the cake of life. This is really what makes us ladies who like jewelry and like accessorization and like to, you know, look and feel fabulous. This is what makes it fun to do. But these earrings, when you talk about what has been the hottest style we've ever been able to bring to you in a band style, was our one time we had baguettes and rounds together in a ring. And naturally, it was beloved to the point where everyone says, give me an earring, give me a necklace, give me a bracelet, all of that. This is the set. This is yellow gold only. It's all I got. You got to love the yellow gold, but it's item number 7606. I was at the designer store just literally on Thursday. That was yesterday, okay? There's a designer in, well, they're all over the world. I was at their LA boutique, their flagship store here in west side of LA, and this is the same earring from that designer boutique. Now, obviously, they sell it for quite a bit more because you're getting 74 points in baguettes. You're getting the diamonds. Now, obviously, this is laying flat. You're going to see them. They're vertical on the ear. They're a beautiful button release. They've got the clicking closure hinged at the base. There's one pair. They're in yellow gold only, and our price is discounted even further. So if you are not a fan of going into designer stores and truly just gasping at the prices and thinking, well, I'm going to have to win that 1.128, what is it now? 1.2, $1.3 billion, whatever. That's probably what everyone's doing right now, checking their tickets, right? Tony, I know you are. Tony hasn't walked out yet. I don't know if he's on the internet checking his ticket. But this is where, again, if you're going, yeah, if I have $1 billion, I'll go spend 42,000 of it on an earring. But the rest of us, what do? Do you just, I'll tell you what most people have to do, they sacrifice. You sacrifice quality, you sacrifice carat weights, and you sit back and go, okay, I'll just get so-so diamonds. Some people go lab grown, some people go like SI quality, and I'll just sacrifice. This is where you don't have to. You've got TVON in your corner. We're gonna get this one pair of earrings out the door in a hurry. There's one, there's 70, we always break it down. 74 in the baguettes, 80 in the rounds. Let's take a look. Yellow gold only, you gotta see them on. There's a great link to them. I'm always impressed by the gold, and that's how, part of the reason you would spend $42,000 in a design house is because of these types of details. The gold weight, the way it's done front and back. There's nothing flimsy or tinny or open or really, kind of less than stellar about it. It's all 3/4 of an inch top to bottom. You've got the post set a little lower than the gold and the diamonds themselves. You can wear them in reverse if you want. There is that little button release, which is going to make sure that you're, maintaining the integrity of your post and all that, which is important, but really nice to see them on because that is now your everyday. What was it that you guys sent me the other day? There was a home shopping retailer, pretty well-known one, been doing it. They were the first in the game, and they were selling diamonds. And you guys, it was funny. Almost everybody who communicates with me was sending me a screenshot of this, earring that was a baguette diamond earring. There were no rounds. And it was a baguette earring, and there were 1 carat of baguettes. And what were they? $59.99 on sale. $59.99 on sale. As in $6,000 when they're selling like 5,000 pairs. We can beat that. And we're bringing you, of course, more than 1 carat in diamonds because a lot of you are like, look at this. And they're not VS, not even close. They're I3s, I2s and I3s. And they're these really, 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 really deep body color stones. We're talking about bringing you a lot more than 1 carat here. You've got 74 points just in baguettes. But you can't discount the 80 points that come with it in the rounds. That's a carat 54. This is in solid heavy 14 karat gold. These are really important diamonds, and nope, it's not going to be $59.99. Look at how gorgeous these are on. And I talk about this a lot when you have baguettes. They're really looking different. They shine completely different than a round. So when you put them together, you have a best of all worlds. You're bringing 2 different ways that these different diamonds can shine. They're giving you brilliance in a payoff in different ways. And that's the beauty of wearing a hoop like this. 3/4 of an inch, but look at how it's continuous. It doesn't just drop off. It's not a J style. It's gonna be that really complete set, locks in the back, super easy there. The button release is now at this point what everyone's demanding, right? Everyone wants a button release, otherwise they don't want it. This has it. So it's easy to just, pop up. That button's gonna be in the back. You can feel for it. That releases your post, and then all you do is click it into place to lock it. It's not even $5,000 for the pair. We really have values that nobody can touch, and that's probably why you're here. So instead of 5 or 4 or 3 or 2,000, we're making the earrings a lot less. Let's take another look. I just need you to see them on because I think it really is nice to be able to imagine what they look like, not just on a white cardboard paper, on a wheel spinning left to right, but to see them on a body so you can really get an idea. And instead of $2,000, we're making them $1,999 right now to the very first caller who wants that pair of earrings. And sensational to get baguettes and rounds at a carat 54 like that, and to get them in that solid, hefty, just seamless gold. You've got finishing even on the inside. Let me show you the inside. There's the inside, that grid pattern that's on the inside of your hoop. That's behind the diamonds. There you can see that really pronounced button closure. That's what releases the post. So otherwise you just push it together and it locks and you're all good to go. But $19.99 for a diamond hoop earring. 3 rows, sitting vertically on your ear, and the everyday style. Not heavy, not uncomfortable. They give you a lot of that diamond payoff, but with ease of wear. So we'll give them 30 seconds. We got to run. Lots to show you and a whole bunch on the way, including my wheel, which is all rings that are fabulous museum pieces. We're going to see those out the door. Plus my major gents ring is here tonight, a ruby in a round, celebrating these last couple of days of July. If there's anything you'd like to see in particular, do let me know. This is time right now to get something special. All right, coming up, let's go. We got the wheel on the way, and all the favorites are here, including, I think the showpiece of the wheel is the definite Russian demantoid that is a nearly 1 carat size. Oh, I wish I had more than one of these, but I don't. That's the case with everything tonight. So I've already shown you what I had more than one of. It was the turquoise earrings. So here we go. Get ready if you see something on the wheel you love, because they are going to be flying. This is where we start with an 85 pointer, and before you Start to guess where the price, because you all know these rings, and so many of you know, you have item numbers listed, you remember, you know. I do too. I mean, right? We have a memory for this stuff, right? We can remember the things we love. But when you see the big mandarin and you see the big demontoid, and then I start to add alexandrite, and then suddenly you see a diaspore that is that museum grade diaspore where your diaspore is already purple in fluorescent lighting. It's not green and it's not yellow anymore, it's purple. And we added yellow diamonds to it. And then here's the tanzanite, a blue wing block D, knotted with diamonds on the sides, red flashes galore. This is my wheel. And we are, yes, in museum territory, but do not let that keep you from the phone lines, because it is time to move them. And everything up here, there's one restriction on gold here that you should know about, rather two. It's going to be the demontoid that I started with right there. That's an 85 pointer. And for those of you that never ever seem satisfied with demontoids, that's the stone to own. That's the stone right there. If it's usually too hazy, or if it's too dark, or if it's too mossy, and you're ready for neon, you're like, what's all the fuss about with demontoid? Well, one of the rarest stones in the world, neon color, but yeah, they all have a different color to them. That's your top quality, that's your top color. This diaspore, same thing, top quality diaspore, and it's in yellow gold. So those are the only two that have to stay in the gold color they're in. Yellow gold for the demontoid, yellow gold for the demontoid, change the alex, change the mandarin, change the tansy. But here's what we've got, a really special opportunity on a wheel. And let me tell you, when we got to get jewelry out the door, we are 90 minutes away from the conclusion of this show, and we have 5 rings that need to get home. Get ready. And if there's a favorite you have, it's not in 2 minutes when the price goes up. True TVON shoppers know you've got to be in before you even see that price, because I just keep going till we have enough people on the lines to sell them out. That's what I get the freedom to do, especially on a Friday where we're just trying to move the jewelry, trying to get everything out the door. I mean, right? Sometimes you're not satisfied with, and I know I have a bigger standard than you, believe it or not, on pricing, because I'm the one who's up here every night doing it for 21 years, where I'm going like, sometimes I look at these prices and I go, I get it, gold's more, diamonds are more, but I want to really take you somewhere where we can actually, like, you know, buck the trend, right? Say no, we don't have to go up. You guys, call me. Call me. Phenomenal 5. Museum must goes. We're talking about one-of-a-kind individuals. That demontoid should be $59.99 all day. It's just shy of a carat. It's got the millimeter diameter of a 1 carat. It's not. It's 85 points. Come on over and take a look. The best diaspora we have. I have one left from that museum category collection. It's right there. It's right there. It's got yellow diamonds on the sides. Here's the alexandrite. I mean, you know it's good if I'm giving more love to the diaspora before the round alexandrite. There's a round alexandrite. It's 56 points. Color changing stone, blue, green, and it looks like it's a teal diamond. You don't see that every day. They're usually as hazy as the demontoids are, right? They're usually all dingy and dark and hazy and included. Not those two. You're looking at some top tier examples of demontoid and alexandrite, and there's the big mandarin, and here's the big tanzanite. So the tanzanite size, got some carat weights for you, 223 on the tanzanite. We have a 85 point demontoid, we talked about that. The mandarin garnet's at 255. The diaspora, whoa, that's a 311. It's a big stone. Yellow diamonds on the sides, don't forget. And then here's that 56 point alexandrite. I'm gonna wait till we have some callers, and I'll wait on you. Be my guest. Let me hold that door open for you, invite you to call in, say, no, after you, please, please give us a call. Let me know which one you like. We'll give you a little bit of a kind of a running head start then. Then you're ready. So when the price comes down from, oh, I don't know, here's 8,800. These are the actual prices here. 8,860, 10,034. Here's 8,937. And this is 7,410. And then what else? I'm blowing them out right now. You need to dial in. We got some wild opportunities here. The alexandrites, woo, 8,900 too. Okay, call me. Did anybody get the earrings? Oh, you did? Wonderful. Who got the earrings? Congrats on the hoops. I'm waiting. I'm just waiting on you. Call me. We'll take them all down. I think my lowest was 7,410. Funny, the red prices on the bag, I mean, I'm making up my own prices here, but the red prices on the bag, $44.99, my lowest. Time to get them home. I would be very surprised if we don't have somebody right now in this diaspora, because that's already purple. And then remember, that's the usually golden green to red. This is that purple color already. That's out of our museum collection. We only had, what, 7 stones ever in total. The alexandrite, 100% color change. So these both are color changing stones. This is the neon with the horsetail. This is just a rare garnet as well. And that's our blue wing that is, I swear to you, the most neon I've seen. Sometimes we say neon, we rely on the reds. You know what's interesting about that blue wing block D is that we're not looking just for reds. It's like the blues and the purples themselves that are combined are creating the neon. They are the neon. That's what I'm so appreciative about that 223. It's getting a home one way or the other tonight. As someone who doesn't have a blue wing, and 223 is a very important number in my world, that just might be saying, buy me, buy me. I think that's what that is. Just because, you know, symbolism, right? You know me and my meaning. So here we go, 7,400. I need some callers. We got 2, so we need what, 4 more? Let's go, take a look. Or no, we only need 3 more. We only have 5 pieces. I'm thinking about adding a men's ring, but we'll make sure we make some room here first. Because I've got a men's ruby, and I'm just wondering if that couldn't just be a nice little addition to the wheel. 74, 64, 54, or 44. Don't seem like that's going to hit the spot tonight, right? We need to hit the sweet spot of discounting. 44, 34, 24. Nope, they're not going to be. They're not even going to be $2,000. This is where the madness begins. Call me with your favorites. I don't know how we could add any more rarity to that wheel, but this is your time to pick them up. They're not even $1,999 a piece, whichever one you like. Call me early. The blue wing is amazing. It is so bright. Just watch this. I'll block the light. Look what happens then. It gets even better. So does the demontoid. Oh, why? That's neon too. Every stone, and then we have 3 neon stones in total. We've got the mandarin, the tanzanite, and the demontoid, all considered neon stones. No $19.99, we don't like it? All right, come on in. We'll make them even better. I'm just going to put my own prices on these right now. I'm getting out my pen. I'm putting my own price on them. We're not asking $1,900, $1,800, $1,700, $99, whichever one is your fave. We have someone thinking about the demontoid. Good call. 85-point stone. That's not where it ends, though. You get the 85-point with also 80 points in diamonds around it. We're not asking $1,777 or $1,699. Bottom line is they got to go, and these are our best. You talk 3 demontoids, or rather 3 neon stones, 2 color changing stones. So you either get, if you shop this wheel, you're either getting a phenomenal stone or a neon stone. You are getting rarity no matter which one you choose. They're not even $16.99. Have some fun with them. Get any one you want. We'll make them $1,599 and 60 seconds on that clock. And if you have requests, get them in, because we only have 90 minutes, and I'd love to just take everything I have here and put them to the side and show you what you want. That's what I'd like to do. We can make it like, I've always wanted to be a DJ, like a radio DJ. I would love that. I think that would be so much fun. There's a lot of things I want to do. I want to host a game show. I want to be a radio DJ. I want to be a, play-by-play commentator for Major League Baseball, all that stuff that I will do, here in the future. But like this is right now, this is like all whatever you want. It's your request night. Yeah. Demontoid, absolutely. Let me try it on for you. It's 85 points with 80 points in diamonds. That is one of those that, Kevin, remember, that's one that we've got to keep in the yellow gold. And if you do have it, let me know, because that's, a one only. So here's what it looks like from a distance away, so you can really see how it just is continued neon on that gem. Really top quality. I've had gals who've said, I don't think demontoid's for me. I can't find the right one. This is what you want to try with that ultimate neon pop of green. It has a horsetail inclusion as well, which I know inclusion is a very bad word and it means dirty, but this is not a dirty stone. So what do we mean by an inclusion that makes it more valuable? Remember, is that specialty Bezelite chemical content that is actually a true, it's only an inclusion you see under magnification. And that's what actually only comes out of Russia, because there are other demontoids out there, but the highest values are from this territory. So we like that, we know we have a way as, gem geeks out there to really determine, and you'll be able to see, if you look through your loop, you'll be able to see that horsetail inclusion as well. So that's really exciting. So let me know, $15.99 if you'd like it. Kevin, do you have that one, or you do? Okay, so that one is sold, and we've got now, let me know if we need to come in closer, but I'll just rearrange them here for a bit so we can see each one and come in a little bit closer on each of those gorgeous pieces. Again, alexandrite, phenomenal. There's the phenomenal color changing diaspore. Here's the big tanzanite, that's our 223, and there's the big mandarin, and that's a roval stone. It's just off from being around, but it's got a lot of presence to it and a lot of great colors. So thank you. All right, coming up, we'll give it 60 seconds more, and then we are going to move along. What do you think it's going to take to move a carat 51 brand new ultimate yellow diamond? Not a carat, a 151 stone. On the way tonight, it's that elusive size we just don't see. Had the 251 gone in seconds last night. Looking forward to bringing you a 151 tonight. Okay, in the meantime, we have another tanzanite for you, a little larger than what's up there. And we also have, well, look at this. We've got a big emerald Colombian variety. And I know some of you missed out on the emerald on that wheel earlier, so let's bring you another. And then I had the big one, which is just gonna be out of everyone's price range probably for the moment. So let's bring out something that's a happy medium that looks like this. That's coming up. Oh, talk about 4th of July may have come and gone, but that is 4th of July on the 29th is what that ring is. So we'll talk about that next. 15 seconds more on this wheel entirely. I don't know how or why, but that is a purple diaspora there. The ultimate in color change on a color changing one source stone. So you get a lot of rarity. Then there's our 223. That's going to be the big tanzanite. It is just glowing and rocking. Has this little knot design, the way the diamonds are cinched in on the sides. There's our big Roval mandarin. That just has every bit of flash you look for. There's a round alexandrite, just rare. Rare to get around, rare to get a big size, and rare to get it clean like that, where it's flashing like a diamond. And there is the diaspora. Take a good look at this 311, because 311, not where it stops. You've got big yellow diamonds on the sides as well. And that's going to be item number 5761. So our museum, that actually is labeled. It will be on your invoice listed as our museum diaspora. What is going on with my wheel? It's a mess. But there is the diaspora, and then it's got the big yellow diamonds. That'll be 10 points in total on your yellow diamonds. And that is also only $1,599. Okay, coming up. Got to bring out this emerald. Truly designer unique and a firework effect of diamonds that go from smaller to larger, and then a brand new, I know, forgive me, it's a brand new piece, but I'll take away the price. I promise I will not put this up at the TVON price. I promise. I know it's a big time ring. It's a $59.99 deal. I will get way far. Oh, look at that, $59.99. Tell you what, 7558. Let's tell you about it. You start with the round emerald. Last time I had a round emerald, it was $3 grand and it was smaller. Yes. Alexandrite on the hand here, sure. Here's the inside, I think is what you mean by that. Do you mean seeing the inside? You got it. That's the Alexandrite. It's item number 5908. That's also a one only, as a round would be. And then you can see, we call this the Stardust mounting, where it's got all the British diamonds that are scattered among the gold here. It's a really good look. And they're off the line? Okay. So there it is, 56 point, 49 points in diamonds. Congratulations if you get it. Here we go with the emerald, and take a look at this. Really outstanding round. It's a actually this is our 112 round, and it has a 1 full carat diamond weight. Not a lot of diamonds, but a lot of carat weight. So bigger individual stones is what that means. And you've got a really good round. The rounds are just, I tell you this, I have been looking at this round. You may have seen it, it's in a bridge. It's in a bridge mounting, it's a round, and it's an 80 pointer. It's been $3 grand, and it's beautiful. And I think, just get caught up on carat weights. We have to remember how rounds are always elevated in their price. Every time, doesn't matter what it is, a round cut is going to be so much more. And I think that's hard to understand when we see so many cuts. We'll see ashers, emerald cuts, ovals, cushions, all this. We saw a pear shape earlier. So we're getting a lot of beautiful quality with this round, and there's something special about round cutting that is going to take what is already inherent to the stone, which is an unbelievable glow. Watch this. I'm blocking the light. Do you see that shadow that I just created? Is it me, or did that stone just get even brighter? Look at that, full light, kind of washing it out a bit. And then you see it with, like, I'm just kind of emulating. I didn't get darkness in the room. I can't do that. I can't shut off all the lights. I'd love to, but I can't. But that's not, so I'm not saying that this is going to be like in darkness, but what it is it replicates your light at home or at the office or at the restaurant where you go to wear it out to dinner. This is where it's just, again, we're really washing it out. We're blowing it out with light, quite frankly, and that is such a beautiful stone. I just want you to understand, it's going to look even better in person. It's super clean, otherwise it wouldn't be able to glow like that. It's a full carat in diamonds, and as I said, it's $59.99 tonight because it's brand new, and that is the price. You've got to understand, as much as I'm trying to, get away from these price increases, there are price increases. There are. And I wish I could do something about it, because gold's up and diamonds are up. But before you change the channel and go, did she just admit as a salesperson on television that the prices are up? Yeah, I did. But there is something I can do about it. There is. That's a bigger price than we're used to seeing. And that's what the whole industry is doing. And before you just say, guess I'm done buying jewelry till the market crashes. Guess I'm done buying jewelry forever. No, we can't have that. We need it. So here's what we're going to do. I have a solution for you. It's a solution where I got to admit, I'm going to need a little bit of your help, because I will take it away from that $59.99 deal in an effort to get our beautiful brand new emerald out the door. How do we do that? One way. It hasn't been working lately. I'm trying it nonetheless, because otherwise I have to sit here and tell you that $59.99 is the new reality. And we are still, out of everybody that makes jewelry, and there's a lot of people, and everybody that sells jewelry, and there's a lot more of those people that are selling stuff that they didn't make. I will tell you, and you've noticed it on television, you've noticed in catalogs, you've noticed it in your stores, you notice it. Maybe you even noticed it. I had somebody tell me the other day, they're like, I bought something from a network many, many years ago. I just resold it at a consignment shop in their local neighborhood, and they were paid on the spot 5 times what they paid back then. Because that's what gold's doing, right? Gold's different now than it was then. So if you bought something in the year 2000 and here 22 years later, it's probably worth a little more. Even after you beat it up and worn it and it's scratched and all that, it's still worth more because the inherent pieces, the materials are worth more. They just are. And so, and it's not like, again, a market thing that's going to go up and down and up and down. This is just the metals market and the diamond market, and it very rarely, it goes up all the time like we see other things go up, but it doesn't go down. So it's almost like you set this new precedent, and we want to make sure that we have, for the last 5, 6, 7 years that TVON's been around and that you've been watching, we have really been your pillar for value. We can be reliant no matter what, when you stop by or when you shop or when you tune us in. What you rely on us for is bringing you value that nobody, and I mean nobody else, can do. So I think, you know, as much as we're going to still beat everybody at $59.99, I think you are looking for something like the good old days. And that's what I'm here to bring, because I feel you too. I mean, I'm up here every day doing this, so I totally understand the pain of when something goes up. I get it. It's hard. It makes everybody's job harder. And that's the world we live in. However, before we get into any more Debbie Downer stuff, I'm going to go ahead and just do something that you here tonight can be a part of. And I'm putting it on the auction block because it's the way we get around the $59.99 that I can hoot and holler about still an outstanding value, or we can just make it better. Take a look. I'm going to make it less than $59.99 because you're going to price it. And let me give you a little guidance. There's a cost on the emerald and a cost on the diamonds and a cost to make it that is over $5,000 on its own. So we're not looking to profit a bunch. I just need to make sure we can get this a home. That is my number one priority right now, is can we move the ring? Does anybody love it enough to call me if it's a really, 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 really good value and shop it? And look at that piece. Another bigger piece, yeah, but light and airy. You know, remember that big black diamond we had where it was all solid and this huge like dinner plate of diamonds and gold? This is airy. There's something just like truly like a sparkler, like a firework happening. It's in motion. Every diamond is separated from the others, so they really show off for their own individual beauty. And I don't have a caller, so instead of $5,000 to start or $4,000 to start or 3 or 2, I really want to get it a home. And I think we can do this because we all do understand value. We know it. And when I go really, really, really cheap on something, you know it. You know it. So I'm going to do just that. And we won't even start at $2,000. Look at this, blocking the light. Look what happens. There is a full carat in diamonds here, and they're all bigger stones. That stone, though, this is replicating what it looks like at your home, wherever that is, wherever you live. When this box arrives, there's the washed out effect. Here's what you get to see when it's at home, when you open the box and put it on. And so instead of $2,000, because I got nobody and I'm really getting concerned now that we are $4,000 of savings, no open yet. Tell you what, make it $1,500 to start, and we'll go up in $20 increments. 20 bucks, 20 bucks, whatever, just to get everybody in. Let's make sure that, now really the key is there can only be an open, right? So if you want to jump in early, you're in the $1,500 spot. You don't even need to worry about the increments unless we get another bidder. And this is where we can show you 112 and a round. I had an 80-pointer. It's in a bridge somewhere. I could bring it out. There's an 80-point round Colombian emerald in a bridge that doesn't have as many diamonds, and it's over $3,000. We have the open at 15. Who do you have there? Hi, Miss M. So we've got 15, $20 increments, and we've got the open. And that is good news. But it's not cost. It's not close to cost. I'll do one more thing. Any gold you want, any size you want, you know that. It is a $20 increment. Never have we seen that before in the show. So that makes it, I think, really doable. Really nice to jump in because you're not having to pay leaps and bounds above what Miss M has at 15. Here it is on the hand again. I'll show you the inside because you know we're going to have that question. Look at how each and every diamond is all set. I mean, from the back, it looks like a bezel actually, doesn't it? But they're prong set. But they've got that big basket or bowl of gold underneath. Every single individual stone. How about that emerald? You want to show off clarity. That's the best way to see your clarity is by looking at the inside of your stone. And we have 15 and no extra. No other bidders. Oh, now this is a shocker. I didn't start at half. I didn't start at 4,000 off. We're starting with a $4,500 coupon. Whew, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? I get excited for just like 10% off, like 10% off your $2,000 purchase. Okay, good. But that's a $200 coupon. I mean, here's where you're getting $4,500. I can't do the quick math and figure out what percentage that is, but that's a lot of money off. Actually, I can. Because Mama taught me a long time ago. It's the first math I ever learned. She said, you know how you calculate 75% off? I said, no, how do you you take half a half. Aren't we half a half right now? Are you telling, we're at 75% off the TVON price. The 50, it's on the bag. And we're at 75% off our own debut price. Wow. And we got $20 increments if you want to jump in. We only have one bidder. So that does not mean you're not up against a lot of people here. It is your chance to get in on a 112 Colombian emerald round, something that's got a 60% premium on any other stone of the same size. We've got a full carat in diamond. Shall we give it a 2-minute clock? Let's do it. Final 2 minutes. We only have an hour left in the show. Final 2 minutes, and then I'm bringing out the gents ring. Let's bring out the ruby gents ring at long last. Remember, we did have this bigger emerald earlier. That one's still here. But again, same clarity, same color, extra special cutting here. And right now, a 75% off deal. Now, that just worked out beautifully. 75% off our own price where we were profiting like $200. And now we're not profiting at all. Actually, we're losing, going way backwards. And you can have your gold color and your size, and it does not matter. Let me show this on the hand. We're still going to ask for $1,520 as the next minimum bid. And that would give you a gold color change, a custom size, a beautiful ring that is $59.99 ordinarily. And here we are with all those bigger diamonds, the firework effect. We've got 1:10 left to make it happen. Guys, remember about this clock deal, because we have new shoppers on Fridays a lot. When the clock ends, this is how we kind of level the playing field for everybody who's all over the country, is that we know we're relying on your phone calls because there's no app. You can't text us your order. You can't, order on the app or anything like that. So we rely on your phone calls. And to make that even, we give everybody a clock here so that we ask that everybody who wants to be in is at least made the phone call, so we know if you're thinking about it or want to, venture a bid here. And we know that you're in. That kind of levels the playing field across the country here so that, the auction doesn't go on and on forever. It's last call. We're still looking for $1,520 as the next minimum bid. You can certainly go in higher increments if you wish. You can certainly put in a power bid if you want, but I think we can see the value here. Even if you're going, yeah, I'm just window shopping tonight, but you see the value, right? give me a amen. Yes, I see it. Hallelujah. There's a value there when we've got a 75% off our own price and 8 seconds away from moving it. Okay, no, we're done? Okay. Is drumming in my future? No, it's not. Tweezer drumming, specialty field. 1,500, anybody else? 1,520, do we have, are you thinking about it? I got a couple people on the line, but they could be on other things or requesting things or maybe just saying they won the lotto. I don't know. What's up? Did you play, Antonio? What do you mean not yet? It's over, right? I don't know if there was a winner yet, but the drawing was over, right? Tony, did you tell me 8 o'clock? Oh, not yet. Well, I'm sure Tony will share with us. I'm sure he will. That'd be fun if it rolls over another day, wouldn't it? Could get to like 2 billion, 3 billion, 4 billion, who knows? Who knows? 1,500. Who knows? I didn't either. I know. Don't look to me. I didn't win. 1520, anybody? Virginia, are you verifying on this one? Allison, are you verifying on this one? Kevin, do I dare ask? Are we verifying? 1520, yes, no, you got it? So, congratulations, that's gone. Bye. You got it. Enjoy. Okay, I'm bringing out the big one. I'm bringing out the 20. This is my first time showing it to you up close. Yes? What? Okay, thank you. Who's shopping over there? I'm not asking you to make anything up or anything. You were thinking too hard there. I don't do that. I don't ask you to make stuff up. Just tell me who was shopping with you. Oh, wonderful. Who was it? Wilhelmina. Oh, wonderful. Hi, Wilhelmina. Thank you. All right, so I just had to show this up close because you saw it, but it was on the hand. So let's get in real close. 6807. Wouldn't it be funny if, this one is the one that goes? It will. You know how we had a big time diamond yesterday? It will. These are these kind of silly values where when I bring out, granted, I know there's not a lot to compare it to. You could watch every show we do, every 3-hour show, every 6 times a week, every week, the whole thing. But have you ever seen a 21 karat 66 cushion cut blue wing black D? With a carat 15 and 2 yellow diamonds, 2 of them, a carat 15, that's big. Big, and the red flash is still there. I'm seeing it on the very edges and the corners, and we're not even showing it up towards the camera yet. We got to really show this off. I mean, this is big time value coming your way as well, and a really special way to get a largest tanzanite we've had in a ring. Yes, I've had bigger in pendants. Well, I've had one pendant larger, and this is the ring. This is the largest we've seen, 21 plus. Gotta love that. That's a really attractive stone, isn't it? Cushion cut, I would say a little, not perfectly square. It's a little more lengthy than it is wide. It sits beautifully on the hand, as you're about to see. You're getting a close to 57 point, let's call it about 57 points, right? On each yellow diamond, which are jumbo. I don't think we've had that big a diamond in our pear shapes in quite some time as an accent. It's one thing if it's center stone, it's another thing if it's a matched pair on either side of a blue wing block D. The ultimate is here, but I say collectors, as we wind down our blue wing block D collection, it's been a lot of fun to bring you all different types of price ranges and styles and settings and cuts, and it's been a joy. It will forever live as one of the greatest privileges I've had to share with you. And I've done a lot of exciting things in the gem and jewelry world over my 20-some years, but it really is exciting to have this material here and exclusively here. And to give you a price tag like this is a lot of fun, because what anybody would ask on Tanzanite, I mean, we were at JCK in June. June, of course, was when finally JCK was back in Vegas, and boy, the whole industry was there, and it was an exciting couple of days, and really saw, we expected to see some bigger prices on Tanzanite, keeping in mind that nobody has blue wing except for you guys here with us. We don't offer it. By the way, for those of you that say, oh, well, you must take some of the trade shows. We go as buyers, and as really it's a social event for us. We don't really go to, show or exhibit. That's not what we're there to do. We're there to meet up with colleagues who we don't get to see all the time, and especially the folks that come from overseas, and, really have a nice time talking rocks and talking gems and talking jewelry. And yet what we were noticing, and one of the best parts I think is great about the show, is that you get to really get your finger on the pulse of what's happening in jewelry, and the prices on blue wing, as we expected. But even regular block C, which is all that's producing and all that has been producing and all that will produce going forward until the end, is going for about 2,300 a carat on little stones. I'm talking the 1 to 3 carat range. It certainly goes up from there as the quality gets better and as the sizes get bigger, because that in turn is more rare. If I had a bundle of 21 karat stones, best believe I'd be bringing them all the time on the air. But we don't. And for as many of you that have loved and noticed some of those bigger stones we've had, 10 carats, 15 carats, well, this is the largest in a ring, bar none. So we're thrilled to bring it to you. And the best part is, if you applied 2,300, let's just take that smaller stone, lesser quality per carat price and apply it to a 2166. And that means $49,818, as in $49,818 would be the price for the stone loose in a wholesale trade show, in which you only can go if you are a reseller. This is where we excel. because we are bringing you the best. And for those of you that say, no, you're not, because the best should be more, you're right. You're absolutely right. I fully understand that and agree with a lot of you that say you guys should be getting more money for your jewelry. I agree. But we're not 24 hours a day. We don't have this big audience. We haven't been doing it for 30 years. We're still the new guys in the game. And we're not on all the time. So again, every night, I'm amazed. Every night, and every morning, because I'm here 3 nights and 2 mornings, I get messages from people who go, oh my goodness, I just found TVON. I'm going, just found TVON. Like, we've been doing this for a while, but still, when you don't have the presence that's 24 hours, that's been doing it for 30 some years, not everybody knows about you. And yet, when you do, I think we can all fairly say we got a pretty loyal bunch, right? Because you realize this is the home for best values. You're going to get a quality that before you go out and spend this price on a 5 carat, you can get a better quality, exclusive here to you from us, and you don't even have to pay $50,000. And that's where I agree. A lot of people say you should get a lot more, because if those other guys are selling real junk for more money than you do, why are you selling better material for less money? It's so backwards, but it's really, this is the niche we've carved for ourselves. When you are the late arrival to the game, when you are the newer kids on the block, as we still are, as established as we are, we're still the newer ones, right? There's not been a network developed after ours. We're kind of the newer, because that's where we wanted to fill that void. We don't want to do what everyone else does. They're doing it and doing it well. Let them do their thing, let them do their thing, let them do their thing, and they can, sell 200 of something for 20 bucks, and they can sell 1 of something for 100,000. And who was going to bring you the quality with the value? That's what we're here to do. And that's what this is. And I don't know if there's a piece that exemplifies it better than a piece like this. And we don't have them all the time. So instead of paying $49,000, you're not. And that's the per carat. That's not a random price I just plucked out of thin air. That's the per carat on a 1 to 3 Block C in the big trade show that just happened 2 months ago. How about we treat you to a special deal? I'm going to try it on, show you the inside first. Look at that. Still got that finishing on the inside. A little decorative designer detail to the profile, so that because it's a bigger stone, there's a lot more look to the size than you might get if it's a 1 carat or a 2. So we give it that. I love that the lines of the profile are following the lines of the stone. And there is more red even coming through the profile there. Love that. Here's what it looks like on. Manageable. Because I know a lot of people are screaming at their TV going right now, 2166, that's too big for me. And it might be for some, but it's really, if you are still concerned, you like a bigger ring, but you're concerned about wearability, this is very manageable for that size because of the way it's set. Didn't do rows and rows and rows of diamonds so that it goes from here out to here or here to here. We didn't do that because that would be a little less practical. We gave it the simple, bigger diamonds on the side, still really important and impactful, but instead of asking 49, or 25,000, we are nowhere near that level. We've already cut the wholesale per carat price in half, and now that would just be for the stone of a lesser quality, so already value, value, value. But it's not 25,000, and just FYI, it was listed on our bag at 61,000 plus. So, we're not fools. We have a list price, but then there's a list price, and then there's where it should go and where it will go. And we're going for where it will go. That's what we want to do. The happy, happy price. That's not going to make it even 25,000 or even 20. Now we're under 1,000 a carat for the stone. And if other material that's lesser quality, that's tiny, is going for 2,300 a carat, don't you think 1,000 a carat or less is a really good deal? We're taking it lower than 20, 19, 18, or 17. I can honestly say, having sold our 38 carat, having sold our 17 carat just last week, having sold a number of stones in the 10 to 15 carat range, having sold all the major tanzanites, I just don't know if there's a value that tops this one I'm about to take this to for a 2166, the largest we've had in a ring, the smallest price I can imagine bringing to you ever on a stone like this, even if it were loose. It's not 17 or 16 or 15. And when we talk about collectors who seize the moment, who really, they know how to make sure they're taking advantage of the day that something like this comes along, this is it. 15, 14, 13, or 12. As crazy good a value that is, it's not going to be your price tag. That's what I love. It's going to be relatively just inexpensive to get the 2166 and the big yellow diamonds that you have to go with it. And it's not 12, and it's not 11, and and it's not $10,000. This is a 2166. It'll go. It's $9,999. That has got to be the greatest tanzanite value we've ever brought. And we are exclusively the home for this Blue Wing Block D, the literal best ever out of that one and only mine. And you've got a 2166 for $99.99. Unbelievable price tag. When you're doing the math, you're going, it is. It really is. Because now, if you're calculating the math and you're thinking about it from that perspective and you're breaking it down and you realize that there's we're talking about, a nearly 60-point yellow diamond on each side and all the gold that supports it, and we're at something like $450 a carat roughly. That is wild. And it's $99.99. Top of the hour's here. So we're in last hour for our Friday night. Now, don't worry, I've got something more manageable and still a great value if you want a 4 carat. Because not everybody's going to be able to do a 21 carat 66. I totally understand that. So we'll give you another opportunity here. How about this? I do have a 4 carat for you in a bridge. Love this one. The color. That's what's hard. It's going to be tough for a 4 carat typically to compete with a 21. Here you go. This is a stone near and dear to my heart. I don't know if you guys have heard this story. It's been a while, but when this first came in, it was December. It was about a week before Christmas. And I was here working with you guys, and I was going to be for the holiday. And I thought it was odd because I was called in on a Tuesday. And back then, we didn't even have shows on Saturday or Friday, but Tuesday was always an off day for us. And so I was really surprised. And they said, and I was a little concerned. I thought, well, I'm probably getting a big end of the year raise or something, right? I mean, right? After all these years at TVON. And this was back in 2018. And I got called into our conference room on a Tuesday. And I thought, well, something really exciting is going on. I'm totally being facetious. And so I was really kind of excited and intrigued. And then I come in, and it's a Tuesday afternoon, and it's a week before Christmas. And I look, and what I see before me on a conference table that's probably, I would say probably 30 feet long, and right there at the head of the table is gem paper, opened, and tanzanite everywhere you look, in an array of colors and saturation and brilliance I had never seen before. This is my flashback moment. It's Flashback Friday after all, right? FBF. So this is where, at that moment, I've told this story many times, that at that very moment, myself and our ownership here were the only ones there. And the dealer had actually, the gentleman who was the miner at the time, who collected these stones, who had the foresight to hold on to him, and he knew they were special, but he'd never shared them with anybody else. He'd never sold them anywhere else. He did not make the trip. He was overseas at the time, so they were, delivered via armored truck. And Brinks dropped him off about 2 hours before I arrived, and I'd never seen a color like this. And I've said this many times, at that very moment, within the first hour of being blown away at the quality I was seeing in front of me, there were a few stones that were picked out. I got to pick out a few stones. Ownership picked out a few stones. Some of those stones were picked out for museums to be on display. Since then, we've started to bring some of those out because our quantity has dwindled so with our Blue Wing Block Ds, and yet not everybody has one yet. This was one of the stones that I selected way back when. We're talking about nearly now 4 years ago. In December, it'll be 4 years since the debut. Whether we'll have any in December, I'm not sure, because it all just depends on how many we have each day. But they are getting down to the wire. And I want you to, when you look back at this stone, realize there was a reason that when this stone was sitting amongst all the others, and obviously it would have been really easy to gravitate towards the biggest stone or towards the whatever. But this is the one I pulled because obviously there were a couple I selected that were just amongst all their colleagues or counterparts. The tanzanite had the most saturation in red. It stood out in the most beautiful way with its neon and with its reds. And as you look at this stone, this 4 carat stone, I want you to see why, because this is what it looks like on camera, which never really shows you the beauty of it. And keep in mind, there's something else I want to add. When we set a stone, a tanzanite in particular, up like this in a bridge, because we do some bridge mountings, right, of different varieties. Think about what you're doing is you're elevating it and you don't have a backing to it. It's kind of floating. Think of it like it's hovering in midair, right? Like a Back to the Future hoverboard, that kind of magic stuff, right? You don't have a backing to it. So it's harder for the color and saturation to maintain itself This stone still does that when it's suspended and elevated in the air as you see it here. With this new bridge, this is a bridge you actually haven't seen. It was developed specifically for this stone. And look at how, this is my favorite part of a bridge, even with the richness and the saturation, do you now look at that stone and see a glittering diamond-like effect? That is the brilliance of the diamonds. You are now seeing through the lens of a blue wing block D saturated stone. How about that side? It still does it. It lights up and looks as if you just spilled glitter and it somehow got encapsulated in your blue wing block D. And we know how pretty glitter is. It can be a pain in the you-know-what, but it's pretty. And that's what's inside that stone, thanks to the way it's set. And yet, with it elevated, sometimes that would expose any lighter saturation, or would take a really good stone and just allow it to look less saturated. That is not the case here. This is a special piece. This is my choice in stone way back nearly 4 years ago, and it's 7611. I have it tonight in jewelry in a finished piece for my Friday audience, ready to go to a great home. And if that 21 karat 66 is just too large, but you want quality, you want color, you want a beautiful setting that shows all that off, here's my 405 and 75 points in diamonds. Double row in the diamonds running underneath, nothing on the sides. So that acts as like a bumper, right? It gives you this really sleek, finished, smooth kind of effect where it's not diamonds all the way up to the sides there. It lets that tanzanite be securely set, but set up on that pedestal it so deserves. And all of this, boy, I've been waiting a while for this. And I hate to do it on a Friday night when I probably should save it for at least a weekend show when it's daytime and we got a bigger audience than a Friday. But this, as luck would have it, is the night we're debuting it, and what a thrill for you to be able to see it and be a part of it and own something that is not oversized, still a big size in the tanzanite world, not oversized. It has the best saturation you can ask for, reds everywhere, the brilliance of the diamond showing through. What is there missing? A great home is all that it needs. It needs a great home. That's it. And that's what we're going to provide for you, because what we're looking at here is a $49.99 piece. And I think if you're looking at it from the perspective of the 1 in a million stone, now, no, we did not have a million stones. But forgive me, I don't even know the exact number that we started with in the Blue Wing days back 4 years ago, but it was somewhere in the right around roughly 1,500 stones. We got every stone there was. We got every piece there was, ever mined, out of that one vein of the 1D block. We got everything. There's none other floating around. Even the miner supplier himself did not keep any for his own family. He literally wanted it to go out to you, the extended gem community, who would otherwise, he realized there's a tremendous weight you carry as a miner who's collecting stones like this. Is, you know, your obligation, at least they don't all think this way, but kudos to him, because he felt this obligation where had he not been the one to share it, nobody would even know it existed. And the second you put it to GIA, I love them, and you know, we work with them all the time, but you know, then they're kind of held up and studied and kept in their little bubble, and they're still not out in the consumer population. And then you put them at a big fancy design house, well, then, you know, they got to charge it, you know, millions and millions of dollars for them, because they got to advertise and explain to the masses what it is and why it's special. It really was the right fit to bring it to you here. We were small enough to where we could, you know, handle a stone that was, you know, small collection like this and exclusive, but we're big enough that it can get to everybody across the country and not just one little sampling of the 1% elite gem collectors of the world. And that's what we're here to do. So instead of $49.99, what I'd like to do is, if anybody likes this stone, and I don't know, maybe you can't see the difference. Sometimes it's hard when it's not up against its counterparts here. But if you really want one that is just tried and true, beautiful color from the get-go, back when we had hundreds of examples sitting next to it, this is the standout. I'm going to put it on the auction block because, you know, I don't have anybody at $49.99, so let's try something here. A 405, 75 points in diamonds, and a wearable ring, and there are reds just dazzling from every aspect of that stone. Sorry, I've been just rambling. It's a stone that I'll never forget, and it's one that is pretty important to me personally, because, you know, having that opportunity to select it out of so many so long ago, and here it is all these years later on my Friday show in the dead dog days of summer here, where we're like, you know, really trying to have to get some very exciting values to make these pieces fly. but nobody's on the line, so I'm thinking I might skip it. I was kind of hoping there'd be somebody who just, I don't need like 100 people, but I'd love if somebody just said, I really like it. What do you do? What do you do? Because I get the $49.99's like beyond market value. We're just getting you a really important opportunity, and I'll just put it on the auction block because I'll see if we can get it at home. And that, again, I can't tell you how many times, if you lift it out of a basket, if you set it up a little higher, it can take even the most saturated neon of stones and make them appear lighter because of the way it's set up in the air like this. Shall we auction it? I think I'm doomed. I think I'm really going down the wrong path here. I think saving it for another day would be the smartest idea. But yeah, this is not an occupation that requires smarts. It just is one that you just need to make a deal happen. $4,000 to open. Nope. $3,000 to open. Nope. 25. Okay, now we're getting somewhere because there's a 405 hand-selected stone. A collection piece. Do we not? I mean, I know I'm not ownership, but like, it means something that my eyes, which they haven't failed me yet. A lot of stuff's failing me, but my eyes have not yet. And I can spot a missing diamond from 2 miles away. I mean, you're in the business, you get to see really, you look at details, you look at colors, you look at details very carefully. It's part of the job. And I spotted this stone and had to put it aside. And I'm so thrilled we can bring it out tonight, but $2,500 is not getting it done. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'll go $2,000 to open, and we'll ask for another $20 increment and see who's out there on the biggest invest of the 4-carat round. If that's your happy size, if that's the size you're comfortable wearing, if that's the one, now I know somebody is out there saying, I don't know if I'd wear it, I'd just put it away. Don't. It's durable enough for daily wear. It's a 7.5 of the Mohs scale. Your tanzanite, I would tell you all day long if it wasn't something you could wear with ease every day. So don't hesitate. I know it's collectible and it's important and it's beautiful and all those things, but wear it, enjoy it, and love it, and let everybody else, because you realize that responsibility that gem miner had that was so great, that he allowed us to help share his stones, and what a privilege it's been. I look at this as like, if you're the opportunist who takes advantage of this moment here and you now own it and you wear it, think of that beautiful thing that is you wearing it wherever you live, wherever you are, whoever you see, whatever you do. Think of how you get to hold that privilege now to share it with the people in your circle who probably don't watch TVON, who probably don't know what blue wing block D is. Maybe they've never heard of tanzanite in general, but for your auntie and for your best friend and for your coworkers and for your neighbor and for your grandchildren, you get to share it with all of those people. That's why I say wear it. Obviously, I want you to derive joy from it if that's what it gives you, but to think about how you can now share that story and that beauty with all of your people, your circle. This is what thrills me, is that we've heard of 6 degrees of separation. This is where we really get to, I think, in a little insignificant as it may be way, change the world in that respect, is get people an opportunity to own the rarest gems. That would be you, our shoppers. Also save the money to do it, and I got no opens. So, maybe I'm getting too philosophical in it, but I have a passion for the stone. I love it. Let's take another look. No open on that one. We'll move along. Boy, I would not have imagined that. I can get maybe the emerald, one thing, but this is just another world. Let's take a look at it on as well. Watch this color. Just fun how you see that as you wear it. You see all the sparkle of the diamonds coming through and through and through. No open. All right, let's move along. Any requests? Not a one yet. I'm still waiting. I'm holding out hope in our last 43 minutes we might have a request. I do have that gents ruby, so let me bring that out, because that kind of, this one's going to make a statement here. Item number 7504. I bet you everyone at home's going, well, if she picked it out, she should own it. She needs a blue wing. Let her have it. That's not a bad idea. I like that. Here's what we'll do on this one. But, yeah, it'd be nice, too, for us, our Angelinos here. It's a nice way to put a happy, positive spin on 405 as well, because usually that 405 number, it's not associated with happiness. But that's a 405 that would. Okay, here we go. Coming up, 80 point. I've been telling you about this all night long. Do you think we got any guys looking for some great jewelry? A lady who likes a bigger, heavier ring? How about an 80-point ruby out of Burma in a round? We've talked a little bit tonight about how rare rounds are. It's 33 points in diamonds in this octagon style. And then it's got, wow, I think kind of like the stop sign is red, and that's got 8 sides, and there you go. Same kind of concept here. If you want people to stop and stare at your ring, this will accomplish the trick. 7504 in any gold color you want. Here's the fully finished undergallery, and let's just get it at home. I'm having no luck with auctions, and I'm not having any luck with the new prices. So I got to make up something entirely different here. And what you should know is that today's price, the way this was made, because we're just, again, same manufacturer we've always had. We manufacture everything here. So this is not, going through 8 different, 5 different, 7 different people on the way to our network. This is all made by us. One of the big reasons you get values you do, and what separates us and what brings us these amazing opportunities to give you values and then do free shipping and sizing, because why not? We can, we will. But here's the thing. Just so you know, and maybe this is a little too much inside baseball, but this is a 6933 piece to produce it. And it was produced yesterday, and it was finished and in the system today. So, before you think, well, where's things at, that maybe gives you an idea. 6933. 6933 is actually a price. It's, real cash money that went into making it. We can do the gold color, anything, any way you want. We can do the sizing for you. But what I need is right now a big value to go out the door and quickly, because we're looking at 42 minutes left in the show, and then we say good night, but not for long, because we'll see you in 12 hours. But this is where we can really, and I know you're all waiting on those Miralani Mints. I know, tomorrow morning, Miralani Mint heaven. We've got all the rest coming up in 12 hours and 40 minutes from right now. Gents, anybody? 6933. I should probably profit $1 or $2, maybe $5, $10. I'm not. We're going to go backwards. And if you like this ruby, if you know somebody who celebrated a birthday and this would be their birthstone, if you just understand that it's the king of all gems, and you know it's ruby that we're bringing to you out of Burma, and it's the best out there, and it's not going to be $6,900, well, it's time to dial, because this might surprise you. It's surprising me, because I don't know where I'm going to go yet, but I know that even 75% off today has had its challenges. And doing the math right now, if you are in the mood for a big ruby, lots of gold, men's rings have that power to them, because we know, well, half off is 36 or 34.66. I really have no business going any lower than that. But another half off that price, guys, cutting our cost into half like I just did is 3,466. This is unbelievable, devastating kind of lows here. That's half. I'm going to take you, since we're on a theme here, 75% off. Oh, yeah, we're going there. I'm going to take you 75% off our own cost, which means that this ring would be $1,733.25. But before I just say call me and let's see who's got it, because I think that's fair to say it's $1,733 and 25 cents, forgive my cents, but we're just going 75% off. I think that's fair to say that'll go. But it's not, and that may or may not be super surprising tonight, so let's go even lower. This is now going to stand as the very best gents ring value I have brought at TVON. There are some good values in gents rings, like our wall of diamonds comes to mind, other big zircons I've had, all kinds of gents rings that I brought you. But this is Burma Ruby, and it's around, and it's from our own private collection with clarity and glow, and then it's got this surrounding. It's not quite a halo. Halos are more girly, so we made this a little more masculine. It's a channel. There's a separate row of channel set round brilliants. They go all the way around 8 sides of the ring. And then that 8 sides carries on through the band. Then it's got that fully finished undergallery, and you could just, I'm a bit surprised. 1733.25 is out there, and nobody has said sold yet. So let's go lower. You're changing gold. We're doing any size you need. Right now, we usually start our gents rings at a 10. We did. So again, we can go up or down, or if we need to go way, way up or way, way down, we can always, start with a fresh mounting and then transfer that ruby right over. But it's not apparently going to be 1733. Lolo's got to get one go-go. Okay, so here we are. Take a look, and then we'll see what happens. I have one, and so it's time to dial. White, yellow, rose. Pick your gold color. Here's the inside, honeycomb, mirror finished, under gallery. Here's what it looks like on the hand. And no, it's not 1733 because I'm not leaving it here. There's one thing I can't do is leave a gents ring that's 75% off cost. Yeah, Tony, if I'm being real accurate here, this has nothing to do with the TVON price. And I know that's a built-in graphic, so I'm not asking you to change it. But right here where you see it say TVON price, TVON price, it should say 75% off cost is what that should say. But again, that's all prefab built in. So let's just make this a little bit different. Don't ask me percentages now because I'm getting into some weird wonky number here. It's not going to be $17.33 for the ring. It's not going to be $16.99 for the ring, rounding down. Is that what we know this is at stake. We know what's happening. We know it's a big Burma. We know they're 20 grand a carat. We know they've been under sanction off and on for the last 14 years. And nobody's at $16.99. My goodness. Well, ladies and gentlemen, or maybe just ladies. We're only talking to ladies. If it's here at $16.99, I'm going to have to get into something totally different here. But before I do that, I'm going to give it one last shot because we're beyond 75% off cost, and I'm not sure there's an answer for this. But if you love it, we can make it even better and not even ask $16.99. Call me now. We're going to give it 60 seconds, Tony, when this price goes up, and I'll make it even better for you. And we are already more than 75% off the cost yesterday when it was made. Today's gold arena and diamond arena and ruby arena is a little different than a year, 6 months ago. This is what's all, it's just, I don't even know what to tell you, but I'm going to do this. I'm going to get you a great price, and we'll see it out the door, and we'll give it 60 seconds. Whoever says sold first gets it. White gold, yellow gold, rose gold in your size. If there's something else I can throw in, you let me know. If there's something else you need, you let me know. But $16.99 has not been the sweet spot yet. So let's do better. Let's get it lower. Let's make it happen. Gents Jewelry, heavy gold weight. I'll make it $15.99, 60 seconds. Take a look. That's it. 60 seconds. That's all we can do on that one. And then we're going to show you the big diamond. And my Tanzanite's still here. If you want to, talk to me about that Tanzanite, the $2,000 to open 405. 45 seconds left on the ruby. A ladies ruby is here. We got a ladies ruby if you want the crown ring. Got a really cool gents diamond ring. But if this ruby's still here, I don't know. Do we want to see the 1 carat certified white diamond? Gents ring. It's not the same price, but just wanted to let you know, since we don't do a lot of big diamond gents rings, that's here for you as well. I still, one of the few things that lasted beyond last night was this tourmaline, and I just did, in case you weren't with me, this is a really important tourmaline that we have, and I had just a really, really fantastic price for you. That's my bicolor, surrounded by pink and yellow diamonds. That's here. So just, again, a couple options for you. If we can help you with anything or find anything, we're still waiting on those requests, and I don't even know what to tell you on that one. But $15.99, it's still hanging out. Coming up, call me if you'd like it. We'll show you the big diamond. Maybe that's what we're waiting on, is the big diamond. 3317 is the item number on not just any yellow diamond, not just a 1 carat. We're bringing out one of the big ones here. This is the 151, brand new tonight, set in the band. It's item number 3317. Somebody's got to call me on that men's ruby. Please. I'm getting real concerned when we go, like 80% off the cost, that I really don't know if that's something that should still be here. Take a look at this. 3317 is the number. This is a magnificent stone, and I've had this inspiration from last night when I brought you a 2 carat 51 for the first time. Now I've got a 151. Only have had a couple in this range ever. You've got the white and the yellow gold. It's just a yellow gold for the setting, which is going to set that yellow diamond into this band of white gold in a dome type of style. We have 33 minutes left in the show. If I can help you find anything, or you need to see something again, or even if it was an auction that we didn't get an open on because there have been a couple of those, you let me know. We'll re-show it for you, give you all the details, help you make that decision whether it's yes or no. But all I can do is give you the most incredible values in jewelry. That's all I can do. And here's what we've got for you on a diamond. It's 10 points in white diamonds to go along with your 151 center. Brilliant, exquisite color. This is not that light yellow that so many end up being, right? So many are light pastel. Let's go ahead and help you with it right now. And if anybody would like this, it's a $12,999 ring. Tell you what I'll do. Yes, it's VS. Yes, it's brilliant cutting. It changes the game, though, in everything we brought you, and that's why, You know, you never know if you're just waiting for that right moment at that right person to find the right ring. So much of what we've done has not looked like this. So I feel like if what you wanted was a double halo or a single halo, or even if you wanted a band that was a little larger or upright with the diamond, you've seen those. This I feel like is a real different ring for us. So just might be perfect for the yellow diamond collector who's just waiting for that perfect piece. We're gonna do it right now instead of $13,000, and that is a VS Brilliant Cut East to West. Easy to wear. So much of what we see, and I hear this from a lot of ladies who maybe most people I'm talking to are probably already married, and they've been, you know, wearing that same ring for a while, and you love it. It's your most important piece. You don't necessarily want that bridal look, and so many of our yellow diamonds are set in traditional ways, which is great. It appeals to a lot of different gals. This is one that if you're looking for a little bit more kind of casual wearability, if you like having a big wide gold band behind it, that's what this gives you. I'm gonna try, you know what? Well, we tried a few things already. I'm gonna do something different here. And if you want, on 151 yellows, they're not going any less in price. We know that. It's the whole jewelry world, only going one way, not backwards. And you've got a chance here to pick it up. I know there aren't a lot of white diamonds around it. That's what gives you a different look than every other yellow diamond I brought. That's what really sets it apart. Let's try something other than $13,000, shall we? There's the finishing on the inside. Here's what it looks like on the hand. I would not wait because we're just going to send it out for a better price than I can do the loose stone. I had a couple loose stones of this size back in my gem days, and I tell you, this is not going to be something you can ever get for this price loose. We're giving you the gold behind it, the diamonds as accents, and yep, a really cool opportunity to try it out. And you know, 151s, that's a big deal. We see our 1 carats for $4,000 to $5,000. We have now seen a couple that were a carat 05s and a carat 10s. They've been all $6,000 and $7,000. When you do get up to 2 carat, they tend to go to that $10,000 range. The lowest I've had on a 2 carat was $88.88, right? So here's what we're gonna do on a high quality, primo color. This is what you have. And you know all that. You've seen enough of the 1 carats and the 2 carats to know this is right down that middle where it's still giving you a jumbo size stone, but it's not gonna have the huge price tag. Even $12,999, as good as that is, taking it lower for our Friday night crowd, our time to pick it up is right here, right now, because instead of starting an auction at what? $6,500 would be exactly half. We're going to do better than that. This is the moment. 151s don't come around hardly ever. Anytime I've had anything in this size, it's been 5 times before. 5 times in our history. Have had thousands of yellow diamonds in 1 carat. 5 times that I've had a carat and a half-ish. Here's what we're going to do instead of $65 or even $6,000 or $55 or even $5,000. We want to make this, my goal is to make a 151 so much of a value because what you can associate it with is 1 carats. That's what we've seen primarily more than anything else are our 1 carat yellows. Let's help you get there. How about if anybody offered you a fancy colored diamond and they said, before you go, you like the 1 carat, let me give you another 51 points extra and pay the same price. That's what we're going to do. It doesn't happen in the white diamond world. It definitely doesn't happen in the fancy colored diamond world. It's happening right now. And I know you know $5,000 is still more than I traditionally get for a 1 carat. Now, that's the olden days pricing. There's new pricing, but I think we've all agreed that we're going to live in the past, okay? Pricing-wise, we got to live back there. It's not going to be even $4,500 to open. This is my 151. And there's more gold in this band than there are in most of the other rings we do, even the rings that house a 2 carat stone. So keep that in mind as you look at what is a lighter side diamond weight, but has a lot more gold platform beneath it. I won't even ask for 45, 44, 43, 42, 41. This is where you can get an extra half carat in yellow diamond material for free. We'll start at $4,000. We'll go up in $50 increments. If you would like to be in, you've got a big clear runway ahead where there is nothing but values on the horizon. In speaking of a beautiful sunshine color, take a look at this. $4,000 to get it started. Here we go. And our 60-second clock should be just about right to see who wants the value of a lifetime on a yellow. Because we've done 1 carats. They're here all day, every day. All day. I'm probably not going to run out of 1 carats to show you. But when it comes to this size, that's what's so tough to find. That's what's been difficult. And with it, always, I've never known a bigger diamond when you have all things equal, color, clarity, all of that, I've never known a bigger diamond to go for less. That's just not how the diamond world operates. And you're thinking, boy, there's a lot of dealers that deal in diamonds. There's a lot of jewelry stores. How do they do that? Well, actually, the whole industry of diamonds has a Rappaport sheet. So that's how they work the white diamond world and keep everything kind of on a level playing field as far as wholesale. Then depending on what retailer it ends up at, then you have different prices that you see based on where it's at. Who is the big name out front? What kind of overheads do they have? What kind of clientele are they catering towards? And then they'll, mark it up accordingly, whether it's 5 times, whether it's 28 times, whether it's 37 times. That's for the designers. We are better than wholesale. There's not a wholesaler out there that's going to do 151 yellow diamond for a price like this. And we haven't struggled doing a 1 carat diamond for a price like this. So how about that extra 51 points? A bigger stone set up top, this mountain of gold, as you see it here on the hand. Maybe it's going to be a pinky ring. Maybe it's going to be something you wear in an unusual way. Maybe you think, oh, big yellow diamond's probably only worn on the ring finger, left or right. You can wear this in a different way. You can just mix and match it, have some fun. It's a totally different style than what we normally see with our big yellow diamonds. All right, that one is mine. Okay, coming up, I just want to recap this bicolor tourmaline pendant. I did have it last night, but I know not everybody's able to watch this every night, so take a look at this stone, because this is still one I feel quite sure has got to go with the value that I put on it. So here's what we've got is 650, goes back a ways, and that's because it's a 1902 tourmaline. Wanted to bring it out just because there's been a lot of attention towards tourmalines lately. Got to introduce you to obviously some great Congos over the last couple of days that everyone's been, pining away for. Here's our 1902 bicolor from the pink to the green with this very large bail, but truly in decadence and designer styles. I don't know how you get any better or any more elite than what you're seeing here. Massive pink diamonds paved around the pink portion of the stone. And then we matched up yellow diamonds for the greener portion of the stone that is a Mother Nature split in the bicolor and in that perfect ombre. And then you get 52 points is the actual yellow diamond weight, 73. You get more in the pink because of the bail. The bail is also done in the pink, yes. Oh, really? We have an open on the auction. Okay, so just one caller? All right, who do you have there? You know what I'll do? I'll put it back up there and we'll just run a quick auction, shall we? Okay, so let me do that really quickly, but reminder, this was here. You probably already know it. I just want to give you a quick recap on the price tag. It was, I'll spare you all of the many, many discounts, but it got down to $4,499 for a gigantic bicolor. A 19 karat, you see it all. 1.5 inches in length. We'll show it on in just a bit. I want to go back to that auction. We won't make her wait here. Here's the yellow diamond coming back up. It looks like we just received the open. 3317 is the number again. Here's that 151, and this is where game recognizes game. Because when if you're a collector, if you've been around the fancy diamond world, if you're a reseller, a jeweler, a diamond dealer, you're looking at us right now going, this TVON does some crazy things, but that I've not seen. We have a shopper and a collector who's recognized what's happening. And again, best time you can possibly be in an auction would be, just a numbers game, guys, would be a Friday night. Especially a late night, last half hour Friday night, because it is the night we don't have all of our viewership. So there is that. So to run an auction on a Friday is a bit of a gamble on our part. It is your best opportunity as a shopper who's looking for probably less competition on an auction, just means bigger, better value. And tonight is that night. So we have $4,000 to get it started. It has been received, so we do have the open, so it is going out the door. So what I'd like to offer for everybody else is if you would like to, because we know what happens on these rings, right? When the auction sells, we ship it out. It's Friday night, so it'll ship out Monday, and she'll have it. I think she's not too far away because she's been getting rings in like a day or two. She'll have it Tuesday or Wednesday. Bottom line, what that means is that the ring is no longer here. So whether you call us next week or you call us even Saturday or Sunday, it's gone. And there is not another ring like this. Sometimes with rings, we work the miracle of having a lot of ability to create every day. So a lot of times you guys reach out all the time and say, I missed this, fill in the blank, make me another. Get me something similar. That's where I can't do that with this ring because this is the first of its kind. And if it was available, we would do it all the time. But this is our only carat 51. This is a real kind of like Bermuda Triangle of fancy colored diamond sizes. We've seen that right here on the air, where it's actually easier for us to get a 2 carat or a 3 carat than it is a 151, but that carries a lot bigger price tag. So that's where you want to dial in. We're going to give it 2 minutes. I promised a quick auction, so take a look at it. We've got the open, so it's going to go. But let's give it a final 2-minute clock and see if anybody else wants to jump in. We're looking for a $50 increment, trying to stay somewhat proportional to the value that you're receiving, because right now, obviously a lot of savings there. I mean, I love a good $9,000 savings. Can't recall saving $9,000 on much of anything. And as you look at this, we're right up close with that stone. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to come in closer and refocus just to make sure that we are showing you that is the max camera zoom we can do. And then there is your complete, look at that, there's the brilliance. Do you see how it's just like ongoing depth and depth and depth? It doesn't look like there's a beginning or an end. There almost doesn't look like a surface or a backside of the stone. It just is. That's the beauty of the brilliant cut. It's just like that glittery factor that happens all the way through the stone, from the very, very outside edges all the way to the core center. Any other cushion cut, you'd sit here and you'd see it, you'd be able to count the facets, right? This is the beauty and exquisite nature of a brilliant cut, is that it's got so much extra, the diamond is brilliant. I can't say, but the cutting is helping it, right? It's like when you have a supermodel, but then she puts on makeup. So it's like, it just took beauty and made it better. This is where it's a beautiful stone. The brilliant cutting makes it better. So $4,000, we have it. Nobody else, 39 seconds. That's the fastest clock I've ever seen, just because I cannot get over what's happening. But what a value, and what a way to pick it up. And we've got $4,000 for 30 seconds more to jump in if you'd like to be a part of it. We'll get in the last couple minutes of the show. We've got a few last choice pieces to share with you. Any requests or anything you'd like to see here at the end of the night? Need a little recap on something? Happy to do that for you. 15 seconds remaining. Boy, what a night to be on an auction. Any one of them, right? This is the way to get it done. And starting entirely too low. So there's two things happening. You got too low a start, and then you got no competition. So that is just value piled on top of value. I love it. I mean, my goodness, the only thing that would make it better is if I had an opportunity to pick up a phone and dial in a bit myself. Can't do that. That ain't allowed. Do we have anybody thinking about it here? Virginia, I saw you were in I'll give you a couple. You were in before the clock if they're thinking about it. Are they thinking about it? Okay. So we'll just see what happens, what shakes out here. We'll see if we've got 4,050. If we do, we'll let you know. I've got my Savarite. Look, I've got my Savarite necklace in my hand ready to show you next. Tony, it'll be 4356. Let me know if you've got 4,050, yes or no. Got it? Sold. Congratulations, that's gone. Thank you so much. Let's take a look at this. So my focus lately this week really has been, it's been a monumental week, and it's been all kicked off by a little something that we brought you for the first time here. I realize it's been other places, but it was our first time bringing you quality in rarity in Miralani Mint Garnet. We're going to have some tomorrow, the finale. But I wanted to show you its counterpart, Savarite, a private collection 111 stone, 4356, because a lot of attention has been on Savarite because the Miralani Mint, very similar but shares some unique and very specific details. Let me show this to you up close if I may. I just need you to see the stone. The stone is really a rock. Look at that. Classic cushion cutting, flashing. So what a lot of you have said, and I agree, some of us have liked the Miralani Mint a lot more than we've said more than Savarite, because Savarite is oftentimes too deep a color, too dark a green saturation, and then it's not giving us liveliness like we're seeing here. This is if you infuse the neon and the bright quality of a Miralani Mint with an actual scorpion mine Kenyan Savarite, where it's not too dark, it's not too light, it's right down that kind of emerald lane where you see that bright, beautiful, rich, vibrant green. Take a look at it here. And then we show how it's attached to this entire necklace. So you have, let's take a look, lobster claw, 3 adjustable links, 16, 17, 18, a couple of bigger diamonds bezel set just to either side of your pendant. When I say pendant, I mean the centerpiece. It's obviously not a removable pendant. It's all part of this necklace, and it's one only. And there's a brand new markdown. It's been kind of an exciting week for garnets, and rare garnets at that. So we really wanted to bring out a special deal for you. I'll put it on the neckline next. It is not $37.99 anymore. That is the beauty. It's yellow gold now, but we are actually, okay, I'll come on over. It's yellow gold now. It actually does not need to stay that way. So if you want to do white gold or rose gold, you can. So that's an option. You can definitely do that if you'd like to change it up. And oh, a last minute request. Goodness, I was hoping we could show at least one request before we go. Fantastic. Kelly, we've got your request coming up right after this. $37.99 I'm not going to do, Tony. We're going to make it $17.77 instead. So one Savarite necklace, $17.77 the price tag. Want to make sure we have time to get this request in. For Kelly, it looks like a really good certified, is it a sapphire? It's across the room right now. I can't wait to go pick it up and show it to her. So that's going to be exciting. What was she looking for in a sapphire? Perfect. Good. So there's our Savarite necklace for $17.77. We'll give that about 30 seconds here, all in one stunning necklace. No need to worry about extra chains that you have to supply. No need to worry about how it's going to sit, if it's going to wind its way through and the clasp is going to work its way forward. It just won't happen on a necklace like this that's completed in this way. Your centerpiece is going to keep that level in the neckline. There's your color from afar. Just a bright, stunning. You can see even as it just barely moves here, how it just has these bright flashes of light to it. So that's a great stone. And that again is that nice, bright, still Savarite. So it's not going to change color. It's not going to be changing to red under UV light. That's what's really exclusive to the Miralani Mint, that has the chromium richness to it, which again, in 12 hours and 15 minutes, we're gonna have the finale of our Miralani Mints. I've got every new piece you have not seen. None of them have been on the air. They've just been completed as of this afternoon. So we're gonna be bringing those to you tomorrow for our Saturday party. So we'll have that. Let me go ahead and grab this request for Kelly. Kelly, it's gonna be item number 6252. Let's see what she thinks of this sapphire. A 2 carat 03, unheated, best of the best, big mounting. And you know what they did? They sent this stone first to the lab. It's called the EG Lab. I've got the cert here to show you because this is really important. And the EG Lab has given you everything down to the origin, which is very traditional for us to see in sapphires, but it's nice to have this literature to back it up. EG Lab Gem ID report. Here's when you have some details about when the report was done. It was earlier this year, then the reference number, so you can always, again, if you ever were to lose this cert or anything, misplace it or what have you, it's going to be, you can contact the lab and they're going to have a record of it. Natural corundum blue sapphire, 203 is the size. It's basically a 6.5 by 8.5 double calibrated oval, mixed cut, blue color, faceted stone. It was until we added the bridge mounting with it. Transparent, and then look at that. Arguably the most important aspect of the cert is to actually have the analysis prove that it is no indication of heat treatment. That means unheated. Very unusual in the world of sapphires. Here's a photograph. This is a bifold cert, so it's laminated. I'll leave it there. And then you've got that beautiful origin of Sri Lanka. Top quality sapphires are coming from Sri Lanka in modern day. And there's your photograph and your gemologist signature. So this is where, and the EG Labs, keep in mind, their main headquarters is actually in Colombo. So they know their sapphires. Generally, they employ anybody in the M-Team Gem Lab. What they do is they generally employ folks that have been in the business for generations throughout their family. That's a big thing in Sri Lanka, right? Where there's a lot of connection to the gem world there. And so generally, if you grow up around it, you stay in it. That's no different than really any other place in the world, but it seems to be particularly strong in the heritage of Sri Lankan gems. So keep that in mind. You've got the experts there. They know their stones. They usually, if you probably asked for the fine print, they probably would tell you which mine and when exactly it was mined and who mined it and who cut it. You know, they've got that kind of backstory on all of these Sri Lankan sapphires. But that's really the best. And we're going to talk about a 203, but it also has a 136 diamond weight around it. That's one of our more complex ornate bridge mountings. You've got 4 rows running underneath. Top row, bottom and top are going to really just kind of sandwich that stone. Still always looks like the stone is floating among those 2 outer rows, doesn't it? And we have one. And is it ever a beauty to see that kind of quality in something that, as I tip it up, so you can really see straight on through, just as if we did the whole ring pose that we all do when we put on a ring, and for whatever reason we always like outstretch our hand and put it in front of us so we can get a really good angle and sight line on it. It's kind of like the phenomena of why women, as women, I think we tend to open our mouths when we put on mascara. There's something about that. Anybody else do that? I think we all do. It's almost hard not to. There's just some phenomena. And I think us ladies who love our jewelry can also just appreciate there's that patented jewelry pose we do to outstretched hand, looking at it straight on, and love that. So this is that beautiful face up look, that beautiful color you see straight up like this. It is really, I mean, that's like, I don't know, Tony, nobody listed as cornflower. Let's just show them the cornflower, because this is not really a regal royal blue, but it's maybe just a shade darker than a traditional cornflower. So it's right down the middle. Here's the proof. So there you can see almost a cornflower has that almost like a, if you stared at it really, really lengthy times, you would look at it and go, is it blue or is it purple? That's almost the deciding factor there. It's not even just about a shade, but as we go back to the stone, there's a pretty similar comparison there. So you've got a really good gem, certified and all. We'll make it really affordable. There was a $9,999 price tag. Let me show it on. This is going to be a smaller size, so I'll just pop it on my pinky here. Definitely not a pinky ring, I would say. I think you want to anchor that somewhere here on the hand for sure when you wear that bridge, and really have, again, nothing but durability here. 10 on the Mo's for the diamonds, 9 on the Mo's for the sapphire. So you're good to wear it. You've got full permission granted to just wear the heck out of it. Never save it. Don't just, baby it. Just wear it. Wear it and enjoy it. But the best part we're going to enjoy right now is not the $99.99 price tag. It's the fact we're taking it half off and then some, because $49.99 still might leave it here. Let's get you a better notch on the discount to get it out the door. And for our requester or anybody else who wants it, it's first come, first serve. We'll make it an easy deal right now. I'll make it just $3,999 to the very first caller who would like to have that sapphire in the bridge, a mighty big size, at 203. And then we're still, I think we might need another moment with that bicolor tourmaline. Just maybe just my own interest in it and just the beauty of the value that we brought. And then Kelly, will you give us some feedback? Because we do have other sapphires. I can always hunt something down for you if that's not the right fit. It's always hard with requests without a lot of specifics to find the exact right piece. So if you are finding that there's something you'd like modified about this, or like me to go back to the drawing board, please let me know so we don't just leave you hanging on the request. We'll help you find it. I can go back there tonight, look through our sapphire inventory, and get something ready for 12 hours from now if you'd like to see something different. So no problem. Happy to do that, because there are quite a few sapphires, and I think all she was looking for was like a lot of diamond weight. This certainly has that. But again, if you don't want a bridge, or if you want something more like a signature style, we've got a few of those. So we can still get you a big sapphire without the bridge if that's what you'd prefer. So just, give us a heads up. We'll help you out. Find the perfect piece. Let me show you a pink spinel that is new. There's a really quick pink spinel that I think if we get this one cheap enough, that'll find its way out. 175 stone. Take a look at this. This is my 175 emerald cut. That's just pretty. That just, sometimes you just got to be trite and just go, well, that stone has got some luscious color to it. It's a beauty. It reminds me of one I had last night that was $5,000. Same color, similar styling, item number 7574. This one's new tonight, however. This is our new one tonight. Only one opportunity for one caller, and I will promise you, if you want to just come on in early, could be the best thing you ever do. Best phone call you make, because this one will be really ridiculously affordable. Just to send out, I've got 9.5 minutes to send out some more jewelry. So I'm going to try to make this 9 minutes instead of saying good night, see you tomorrow. Let's get a few bonkers deals up here before we go, just so we can end on a high note and then be ready to shop Miralani Mints. And by the way, that's not the whole show. That'll last like 5 minutes, okay? The Miralani Mints are not going to be here long, so there's a lot more than just the Miralani Mint finale. We're going to have a lot more for you tomorrow as well. So don't think like, oh, I don't need a mint garnet, I'm out. There's a lot more. Just, I know so many of you have been waiting patiently for the finale there. So carat 75, I always like to keep you up to date on what's going on when, so you can, be with us and not miss out. So here we go with our 175 cushion cut pink spinel. It's a really special cushion cut. It's got some radiant cutting within the outer cushion cut there. Really lavish diamonds, 76 points there. It is a stunning Burma stone. So we're talking about not far from where we see the best rubies produced in the world. And keep in mind with spinels, we just made a big deal about the unheated nature of that sapphire I just had. We don't put it up there, but it's every spinel you see, including mehenges, purples, blues, pinks, anything out there in spinel. They are natural. No treatment, and that means no heat even on a spinel. Anything in the spinel category or family, that's unheated. Keep that in mind. Not to mention, it's August birthstone. And if you're going, she doesn't know what she's talking, peridot is August birthstone. A couple years ago, they added spinel to the August birthstone list. Doesn't happen very often when we make amendments to the birthstone list, but that's what happened. So now, if you want a spinel, that can be for a birthday happening next month. Think about that. So you can get a spinel, pink, blue, purple, anything but green basically is what they come in. Reds, hot pinks, you got it. Here's what we'll do on this one. Major value, nobody's on the lines yet, $75.99, great price tag. Even last night's though, I got down to $5,000. This is the same color, I just think brighter. And it's a beautiful way the diamonds are dispersed around it. Give it a look on the hand here so you can see how still really a beautiful frame, but not your basic, not just a double halo, not too flowery, but almost like a little leafy pattern top and bottom and sides, gives it a double row overall, but connects it at the northeast, south, and west. 5, 4, 3, 2. Lift up. No, we're going to just get it below $2,000. We want to make sure we can get this one at home, and that's my goal. I got a goal, and it's to move this one, and everything else can stay till tomorrow, but this ring has got to go, so make it less than $19, less than $18.99. That is a $175. Is it pink? Is it purple? It really morphs between a color and the other. It really has so much flash. I don't know if you're looking at the color as much as how the color produces that shine that you're getting from a distance. $18.88 first caller. 30 seconds on that one. Let's see what we should recap here in our last couple of moments of our show tonight. If we don't see you tomorrow, have a great Saturday. If we do see you tomorrow, you're in for a treat. Miralani Mint finale. I think they're all going to, we have had I only had what? I have 8 or 9 of them on Monday. All gone. I had a ladies ring on Wednesday, gone. And we have been waiting patiently the last 2 days to complete everything else. They're here tomorrow. They are here tomorrow morning. It's a show that starts for us out here in the West Coast. It's a morning show. For those of you watching on the East Coast, it's an afternoon show. Make sure and be with us because it's the finale of our Miralani Mints. They are the best quality I've known anybody to have. We've had competitors reach out and say, wow, those are some real, I've never seen a Miralani Mint look like that. That is such a privilege. We're going to bring them out. The finale is tomorrow, so make sure and join us and be here early because we're going to do it on the early side of the show so that we can get those kind of out of the way so everyone's not waiting, you know. We want to move them out because I know you've waited long enough, and I appreciate your patience. We had to have our jewelers here pretty much nonstop over the last 48 hours to create the pieces for you, to have them ready for this weekend. So we're glad they did. Saw them all before the show. We're just getting them in the system as we speak, but they're available and they're gorgeous. Really, really strong. So let me know, guys. So let me know if you'd like that one for $18.88. Anything I should recap? Maybe the heart shape, pave, ruby piece, turquoise earrings. We had that Fawn Diamond. Correct me if I'm wrong, color change garnet. We had one earlier, not the Miralani color change, but the Kenyan Tavita. Still have this one here for you. That was way earlier in the show. Just want to remind you that 7692. Sometimes on a Friday night, realize you were probably out doing dinners and movies and events and things like that to celebrate the weekend. Maybe you join us a little bit later. This is one of our first items of the show. I want to bring it back out. 7692. I still think it's one of our greater values of the night. That is $12.99 for that color change garnet, and it's a carat and a quarter in size, and you get the 61 points in diamonds right now. Two-tone gold. Did we hear back from Kelly? Christine? No. Okay, so we don't know. She won't leave us hanging. All right. Oh, okay. Well, we'll see if we can maybe hear from her a little later. I'll work on any requests she needs. Then we've got our last call. Also the diamond ring. Big diamond ring, bigger band, wider style. We'll show you a couple pieces here that we had left at $15.99 as well. This one's only $12.99. Here's that finishing through the inside. And then here is your Tavita. Once again, right now, it's kind of like doing what the Diaspora was doing earlier. It's already showing off its color change. It starts as a bronzy tone, like a caramel brown color, goes to a red. Right now, it's somewhere in between. It's like a plum color right now, but it's only $12.99 to get that one home. Here's what it looks like on the hand for you. We only have the one. Let me know if you'd like that. $12.99 in a fully color changing stone out of this one source. Well, again, Kenya was all we knew, and now we've got the Miralani Mints, which everyone just regarded as a really gorgeous neon garnet, when actually we have known that now it changes color too. So very exciting, and always the thrill to bring those again tomorrow morning. Don't miss it. Early on, be with us at the top of the show. And then we've got a couple of really, I don't know if she would like this one if Kelly's watching, and I'm not sure if she is, but I do have another sapphire with a lot of diamond weight. The difference being this one has yellow and white diamonds with it, so just something to keep in mind there, in a bright, bright, gorgeous blue. It is stunning. It's 250, actually, wow, there's a 252 carat weight on that stunning blue, 37 points in the yellow, 72 in the white. So if she happens to be with us, maybe we can get some feedback here by showing another option, more of a double halo with this yellow and white combo. 7690 is that number there. And that'll be our 252. So one of the larger ones we have in all the sapphire collection. And it's got a really dazzling, that's why people poo-poo sapphires a lot. They always say, oh, I don't like a blue sapphire, because what you're used to seeing everywhere is these dark navy stones that look like onyx. And I don't think we want our blue sapphires to look like onyx. We want a stone that's bright and gleaming. That's what this 252 does. It also has the 37 points in the yellow, so that'd be your first halo. Then you've got all the big white diamonds at 72 points in the white diamond. So we split it up and break it apart because there are two different types of diamonds here. So what a great combo to have just the frame of the yellow diamonds and the yellow gold around your sapphire, and an all beautiful, gorgeous stone. Double halo will make that $49.99 if you'd like it. So a couple of options in blue sapphires as we get ready to sign off in about 2 minutes. Hope you had a wonderful, wonderful Friday. Thank you for joining us for a bit of it. We're back in 12 hours. Yes, indeed. We are turning around quickly with big values coming up in the morning for you at 10 a.m. Pacific time, noon Central, 1 p.m. Eastern. Miralani Mint finale is tomorrow. I don't think there's going to be anything left. I really do not. There's not been anything left in ladies' rings that I've shown you thus far all week long. So this is our last of the last. They are all made up and ready to go. We'll give you all the options. You'll get a nice look at kind of groupings of them in different size categories. No matter what your price range is, we'll get you one. So that's coming up tomorrow morning. So do join me for that. And I will be here with you for three big hours of Miralani Mint, plus a lot of extra debuts and some extra surprise closeouts that we're going to mix in through our weekend as well. So thank you for joining us tonight. Let me know if you like this sapphire. Let me try it on really quickly for you as well. Tourmaline, the big bicolor tourmaline is here. And check on anything. You never know if your favorite piece might still be awaiting your call and your order, so we can get it out to you on Monday. Thank you again so much. Oh, look at that. Look at that sapphire. That is not what sapphires typically do. The dance that sapphire has from a distance, that's remarkable. So that is one to own. Anybody can have it. Doesn't need to be for our requester. We have not heard back. So let me know if you'd like that one. We can help you out. $49.99, crazy good price for a 252. Miralani Mints return tomorrow at long last. So excited. It'll be a total of 6 days. We will have had our collection here go out the door. So I can't wait to see you guys in 12 short hours. Set those alarms, get some sleep, eat a nice, nourishing breakfast tomorrow, because we're all going to need our shopping strength tomorrow. So thank you again for joining us for Club TVON. Appreciate you being with us and shopping and watching. I'm Lauren Blair. We're looking forward to seeing you in a few short hours for the Miralani Mint finale and so much more. We'll see you then. Have a good night.